KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the Morning, live from Los Angeles, powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Good morning.
That's professional quality intro. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is R&R in the Morning, a Super Bowl edition, coming to you live from the media row, the radio row at the Los Angeles Convention Center. Here for Super Bowl LVI 56. I know that because I'm as old as the Super Bowl. I will always know what Super Bowl is.
Oh, damn. Because you turn, what, you're
56.
You're Virgo.
I am a Virgo.
September, like my wife, so this is your first one doing it in the morning, Rob.
Yes. I never thought I would see the inside of a Super Bowl convention center here it is 5 a.m.
5 in the morning in Cali.
We got here about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, so
that's 3:30 through the zombie apocalypse that is downtown LA.
Y'all are welcome.
Morning, DLP. We sound off, early birds.
Early birds. Where y'all at?
As we talk about it, I got something for you today. Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
So this hour, all you early birds, we're going to give away the tickets to not the Outreach show. So when you hear the sounder this hour, Love and Happiness for the show coming up on February the 12th in our beautiful Alamo Dome. Keep listening. I got a pair of tickets for you at noon and halftime. We've got tickets to Death on the Nile. We got swag for you. You prize pigs, hang around as you will.
What did
I'm
you
going to
call them?
Prize pigs. You know who you are. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with
it, man. You're playing the odds.
Absolutely.
So hang around. We got stuff for you. But yeah, back to the Super Bowl. We'll be here live all week. And I hope the way that our cameras are set up, for those of you that are viewing at home, you'll get a taste of what it's like. I mean, it is a vast wasteland
massive
right now. Our first impressions today of the radio row is, one, it's greatly expanded in that we have a lot more space. They're doing the 6-foot distancing and all of that, which tells me two things. We're in the normal size radio row building or room. Your typical big room at a convention center. But everybody's now got double tables and we're 6 feet apart. So I think we have about half of the normal radio stations.
I think when you take the East Coast out.
Yeah.
Because most of the East Coast guys are like, dude, we'll be on air at if you're on air at 7 in New York, it's 4. So it's like, no, we're not doing that.
So at least they're not here yet.
Our buddies from Tampa are here.
Tampa's here. Dallas is here. There's only 4 morning shows coming out of the row right now.
Somebody's up there on the NFL Network.
Yeah, NFL's and FanDuel's doing their podcast, but everything else is vastly quiet. Very interesting to do it like this. So we're going to have opportunity to kind of take you some places that, quite frankly, I've not been before during the day.
FanDuel, I'm fanboying over there, but it makes the most sense because degenerates are on FanDuel right now. You know what I mean? Like, FanDuel makes money 24/7, whereas, us is like, hey, 7 to 10, 12 to 2, 4 to 7. FanDuel is around the clock. You got some guys drop $10 on a 20-team parlay. Oh, no, FanDuel, that's where you pick a team, right?
You can do everything
it's like
you want.
Fantasy
You can do
football.
everything. You can do DFS.
Okay.
You can do DFS if you'd like, but yeah, they've got it all taken care of. So we'll keep you up to date as things get moving. Mondays are typically a very slow day, and this year the Super Bowl is a little bit different in how things are staggered for us. Because typically on a Monday of the Super Bowl week, Monday night is Meet the Team night. This is the last chance you get to see the players, but normally they'll take us someplace like maybe we're directly across the street, and it's kind of attached to what used to be Staples, what is now Crypto.com. I would imagine the plan was that tonight we would all go into Crypto.com. They would have both teams come out. The stars would be up on daises. The rest would be walking the floor, and that's the night. Tonight is typically the night when you have what's his name from Jimmy Kimmel, Guillermo, come out and do that. You got the guys in the faces. And
what is virtual this year?
Yeah, it's going to all be virtual, and it's going to be later in the week. So we're not going to get that tonight. Because of that, though, they've kind of switched the order of what we get. Right. So we're starting slow and ending fast, as it were.
But you and I are going to have the opportunity, I think, and if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be in person because Jason was telling me we should go, where all the halftime performers are going to do a press conference?
Yes, we'll do that Thursday.
Okay. So,
We've never been able to go because we've always been on air.
so Dre, Snoop, M, Mary
All of
J.
them,
Blige. So we're going to go to their
normally-
press conference?
Normally, yes.
What time do I need to get there to
Let
be
me
front
tell you,
row?
we've never had anything like this. Now, Justin Timberlake was big, but it was just dust.
But no, this is different.
And Lady Gaga was big, but it was just Lady Gaga. This is different. So I don't know if we're going to see all four together.
No
or not.
way. There's no way, right?
I can't imagine, but it is typical on the Thursday prior for the halftime performer to have some sort of media availability.
Yeah.
So and another thing that we normally don't have access to or are unable to go to because I have normally been on air from 4 to 7. We haven't had the manpower to do some of these
Yeah, it's
things.
just
So
you
we're
and
going to
Jason.
be very much behind the scenes for you. As far as a sports talk radio show, which we are, Kellen Moore appears to be destined to stay in San Antonio. I mean, in Dallas. Well, maybe in San Antonio. Who knows? But definitely in Dallas because it appears Miami is off the table. Are we happy? We'll talk about that at 7:30. I mean, are we happy?
I'm not going to tell you till 7:30.
I'm just curious.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tease them.
The Spurs get a mini spring break. They get 5 days off, which is unheard of in the NBA.
People are starting early, Rob.
What are they jumping you for?
They said, and it's so true.
What are they jumping you for?
They said, I see Rudy dyed his beard. He's LA ready. You know, like, you know what? I did.
Man, that camera's good.
Hey, Mom. Like, yo, why are y'all watching my beard so close? Yes, I dyed my beard for LA. It was too gray. Like, you know, so yes, I hit my Just for Men just before I left on the plane. I didn't leave it in too long. I left it in 3.5 minutes. I didn't want to do the whole 5.
You didn't want to go Carlos
5.
Boozer?
Yeah, I didn't want to look like Carlos Boozer. I didn't want to look like Jay Brown. Have you seen JB's head on CBS? Have you
That's
seen this
straight
head?
up spray paint.
Dude,
He looks
what
like,
is that?
Is it what was what they used to say? Fried, dyed, and laid to the side. I mean,
Dude.
what is going on with that?
Dude, JB, I'm like, yo, bro, you're JB.
Yes, he can do whatever he wants. He's
Dude, what, did he go to Harvard? I don't know. He's a brilliant guy.
I think he did go to Harvard.
Brilliant guy. There's no need for that. You're JB, bro. Like that piece that he has painted, bro. JB, if you listen, my brother, you're a brilliant young man. You don't need that spray paint. And your wife, somebody, and the guys on the set, those guys aren't your friends. Because again, there's like you could do like there's man wigs now. They call them man units. You could do the man unit. Because if I could afford it, the man unit is like $250 every 2 weeks. If I could afford it, I'd do it. JB makes
like hair club for men kind of stuff.
No, they actually get real hair. They glue it to the top of your dome. And then they trim it all around. It looks beautiful, dude. It looks good. Like, and that's what I'm saying. The guys on set, they're not JB's friends.
No, anybody.
Because they wouldn't let him paint it.
No.
Like, yo, we're making millions, JB. We're not painting our heads when we're making millions. Well, let's just get the man.
I honestly had not noticed that you had dyed.
You didn't say thank you because you're a grown man. You don't pay attention to other. Just like you.
Well, now I notice.
Yeah, you see it.
Don't get me wrong. I do that.
I'm straight. Yeah. So yeah, I dyed my beard. Gosh.
Well, I had a shaving tragedy as well.
You know,
I had one of those.
Noticed, but I didn't. I just thought you did it on purpose.
No. I had one of those. Backing away.
And I know you cussed yourself out for 10 minutes.
I was mad at myself. I was just trimming up, just giving myself the
What
weekly.
happened? You got on the wrong guard?
Well, I have a dial guard.
Okay.
So in my, mind, I thought I'm going to go a little bit longer just to trim it up this time. So I thought normally I'm at like a 7. I'm going to go to an 8. Well, instead of going to 8, I went -2. And wasn't really paying attention and dove right into the mustache, man. I look like a mental patient. I mean, I took off. It was like a strip right underneath my nose. Like I just dove right in, like it had been mowed right across. Yeah. And there was no coming back.
Yeah.
So then I just went without the mustache. I just shaved this off and I left the beard long. No, there was an Abe Lincoln thing going on there that I couldn't do.
Right now, you're only one stage past Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I'm a week in. So now I basically look like I've been on a 3-day drunk. Looks like I just
like you're like, babe, I'm sorry, I'm home.
Just little itchy and all.
Dude, Texas, y'all people back in Texas, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We have it good.
Yes, we do.
We walked into a wing spot last night in the hood, mind you. And she was like, where your mask at? And if you want to sit inside, I need your Vax card. And we're looking at her like, we in the hood.
Like, what are you talking?
Like, what are you talking about? You want to see my Vax card to sit inside here?
There are junkies asleep at the door.
Yeah, what do you mean? And sure enough, she was serious too. She's like, I'm so sorry, but I need your. I was like, damn, Callie is not playing
No, they are
around.
not. Yeah, we are in the land of the consistently masked, so that's going to be a bit of an. I continue to forget to bring mine with me.
I struggled on the airplane. 3 hours with the mask on. I forget how it's brutal.
Yes, it is.
And you try to sneak because the stewardess will get your ass. They're like, hey, sir,
Because we sat too close to the front.
Yeah, I sat in the second row with two nice young ladies. Siéntate. I said, sí, gracias. So I sat in the second row. I'm all happy, but then I just realized the stewardess is right in my face, so I can't sneak any down mask time. And 3 hours with the mask on is brutal.
Man, I will nurse every chip of ice.
Yes,
like,
so you can keep your mask off.
Individual ice cube.
Me too.
At a time. Like, no, I'm drinking this.
I hate pretzels, but I ate every last one of them.
One at a time.
Just so I could keep my mask off.
30 minutes with a little tiny shot glass and pretzels just for a little bit of breath. But at least when I was sitting there nursing my ginger ale and pretzels, I was able to watch every sporting event I wanted to. I sat down and used the free Southwest Air Wi-Fi and the free live TV. And I could have watched like a James Bond movie if I chose to. I could have done. I watched the.
What'd you catch up on?
I watched the 7-on-7 game that was on. The Pro Bowl. I watched some of that.
Watched that two-hand touch.
The two-hand touch.
Two-hand touch
Below
anywhere
belt.
Pro Bowl.
Yeah, anywhere.
Two-hand below.
I think they had all-time quarterback. I'm not sure. And I think suckers walked the field. I didn't really pay that much attention to it, but.
You remember playing all-time QB on the street?
And suckers walked the field, man. No, we scored. You walked down there.
Yeah.
Kick to you.
What was that? Deion was upset. Deion had put on Instagram like, dude, we used to go to the Pro Bowl and want to show that we're better than there.
Oh,
but you don't these guys don't want to get hurt. We're going to get into the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
Do you like the way these guys took about it? Like, hey, we're not trying to hurt each other. It kind of looked like how training camp looks. Like, you know what? You know when you're down. Yeah. And we're going to leave it alone.
They did. They called it off at the right time.
Yeah.
But there's not a fix to it.
Right.
But there has to be a way to make it more palatable to the viewer. I don't know what that is. We'll talk about that as well. Spurs fans, while they're in their mini spring break, we got our first taste of Zach Collins on Friday night, and it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited. Finally, we get to see Zach Collins, and he's on a pitch count. If he works up any kind of glow at all, Pop has him sit down.
Dude, he looks like Beverly Hills 90210. Like the slicked hair. He looks like, I don't know. He looks like the rich kid at school.
But
like the kid with all the Jordans.
He really did.
Zach Collins looked like the kid that had every shoe that ever came out.
But normally those guys weren't that good.
Yeah.
Zach, on the other hand, is actually good and has them all. It's not so much about Zach Collins, but it's about what he brings to the Spurs. And they've searched for it forever. Doc Landale was an idea about it. When they were chasing one of the Morris twins, the bad one, the good one, I don't know which one it was, that one. They've been looking for a big who could step out and hit a three on a consistent basis and be a threat. And with him in there, it was exactly as Pop envisioned. I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm not saying he's going to bring us to a title, but when you see him in there, it's just exactly what the Spurs have been searching for.
There was one time he caught the ball back to the basket, pivoted, turned, and faced up and shot the mid-range jumper. I was like, wait a minute.
A little reverse.
Yeah, I was like, that's in his bag? I didn't know that was in his bag.
He's smooth. Now, he can be out-bounced. He can. He is.
Yeah.
But when he's out there, and again, the sample size was the Houston Rockets.
It was the Houston Rockets.
So it's not like they gave a crap what was going on. But watching Zach Collins was a blessing in many different ways. I'm sure for Pop and the rest of the guys, we're going to look at that very closely as well. But before we go anywhere, we have to make sure that you are a fully informed sports fan in San Antonio. How do we do that, you may ask? Well, every hour at the 15, we offer you the headlines. We call it the 411 and the 210.
Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
Brooklyn Nets dismissed Philadelphia 76ers in interest, James Harden sources said. When Philadelphia president of basketball operations Daryl Morey reached out to the Brooklyn Nets general manager Sean Marks on January 11th, they started with the usual pleasantries of basketball executives still a month away from Thursday's NBA trade deadline. Who do you like on our roster? Who I like on yours? Eventually, Morey spoke out on his true intention of his call and What about James? Morey said. James who? Marks respond. The Nets do have two Jameses, Johnson and Harden. James Harden. No, Marks said flatly. That exchange 4 weeks ago represents the single direct communication between Morey and Marks this season, sources told ESPN. However, brief conversation messages were delivered in each direction. The Sixers planned pursuit of Harden, the Nets who had no intention to surrender. While 3 days left until the trade deadline, there is no dialogue remained. Yes, Morey could still pick up the phone and call Marks this week. The Sixers ownership will have a strong relationship with Nets owner Joe Tsai, so communication can happen on that level too.
Man, the bed's a little high, Karl. There you go. There we go. This isn't going to end until the offseason. I don't think James Harden's going to be moved. The Nets have really, I mean, you got to really think of what they've done luxury tax wise and everything that they put into this whole thing. Like, even look at the coaching staff. It's probably the most expensive coaching staff. Mm-hmm. Harden, Kyrie, they've like, hey, Kyrie, you can play on the road. They're all in on this season. So if a trade is going to happen or James Harden going to be a Sixer, that's not going to happen until the offseason, in my humble opinion.
No, I agree to the extent if I'm Sean Marks and I have even the slightest whiff that there's a problem between these three,
you pull the trigger.
I immediately, because it won't get better.
Well, isn't Kyrie the easiest move?
No, I don't think so.
Because it depends on where he.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of teams that are waiting for that issue to get fixed before. Ben Simmons doesn't help the Nets immediately.
Right.
But he does help them eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to go all the way through this season. You can't trade Harden now because they've only played 20 games together? I mean,
is it?
Totally?
I don't even think
the number of games those three have played together.
I don't think it's 20. Not this season.
But no, it's not going to happen. Moving on. I tell you, it just feels like it should happen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Agreed.
Headline 1.
Nikola Jokic joins Wilt Chamberlain in the record books with an efficient triple-double versus the Nets.
10,000.
Nikola Jokic, inching closer to Wilt Chamberlain on the career triple-doubles list, joined the Hall of Famer as the only player with multiple 25-point triple-doubles on 80% shooting in NBA history on Sunday.
Whoa.
Jokic had 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists while shooting 12 of 15 from the field in a 124-104 win over the Brooklyn Nets. He has an NBA-best 14 triple-doubles this season and 71 for his career, just 7 away from tying Chamberlain for 6th all-time. Jokic logged his triple-double 29 minutes, 49 seconds. It's the eighth time he's had a 25-point triple-double in less than 30 minutes. Only Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had it twice, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, LeBron James, and Domantas Sabonis have accomplished that feat.
How many second-round picks have won MVP?
Truth.
I wonder. I know him.
Well, this record's going to be obliterated. I mean, this is one of those records. If he's already going to break Wilt Chamberlain's record, he's going to do it by the end of this season.
Good,
he's going to triple this thing. He's going to double what the current record is.
He's so good. Fun to watch. And again, like the way he plays, because he played below the rim, he could play for 20 years. You know what I mean? It's not like he's not like he's taking a toll on his body jumping out the gym every play. It's old man. It's the old man at LA Fitness that puts you on his hip and just kills you all night long, dropping dimes. And then the fact that then he can step out and shoot it. So Jokic could play 20 years. He might win multiple MVPs.
Gosh,
wait till he didn't even have Fleury from Murray back. He doesn't even have Jamal Murray yet.
Can you think about how unfortunate the Nuggets have been?
Yeah.
I mean, just
with MPJ and then Jamal Murray.
And we could others too. I mean, they've lost the secondary parts in the playoffs over and over. They've lost guard play.
Right.
They just cannot stay healthy around what is really a generational talent.
Right.
When you start talking about Wilt Chamberlain kind of records, and he's been in the league, 7 years? 7 years?
That's why when Karl brought up Wilt Chamberlain, I caught my attention like, wait a minute.
I thought it was for the 10,000 women.
Oh.
20,000 women, actually.
No, 20. You
never know.
The Joker. I don't play.
The Joker gets play.
Oh.
The Joker gets play. I don't think he's married either.
Yes, sir. Maybe 2 records are destined to fall. Moving on.
Headline 0.
Roger Goodell says the results of the NFL coaching diversity efforts are unacceptable. The results of NFL's coaching diversity efforts are, quote, unacceptable, commissioners said in a memo issued to all clubs on Saturday morning. The memo, titled Our Commitment to Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion, surfaced 4 days after the NFL called claims in Coach Brian Flores' lawsuit over discrimination in the hiring process without merit. Flores, fired by the Miami Dolphins January 10th, despite back-to-back winning seasons, hopes to, quote, shine a light on racial injustices that take place inside the NFL, end quote, according to his lawsuit filed this week. Quote, racism in any form of of discrimination is contrary to NFL's values, Goodell stated. We have made significant efforts to promote diversity and adopted numerous policies and programs which have produced positive change in many areas. However, we must acknowledge that particularly with respect to head coaches, and the results have been unacceptable. We reevaluate and examine all policies, guidelines, and initiatives relating to diversity, equality, and inclusions. The memo also stressed that we understand the concerns of Flores and others this week.
Yeah, sounds good. That's like one of those things you got. Hey, Roger, you're going to have this PR person told him, look, you're going to have to go say something.
Bring that back up. Who just put that up there?
Roger Goodell is unacceptable.
Yeah, and on our for our early birds, and if you're not an early bird, if you're not watching, if you post something, we put it up there as well.
Yeah.
If you haven't gone, go to sasportstar.com. You can watch us live on our YouTube feed, which we really appreciate. You can set your warnings for all that as well. Facebook as well.
You got us. It's like one of those things when your kid is acting up at a restaurant, you have to say something like, hey, even though it's not bothering you, you're like, hey, sit down, stop it. Like, this is, Roger, if it was really unacceptable, we wouldn't be where we are. You would have fixed this a long time, or at least attempted to fix it.
My question to him was, when did it get unacceptable? Did it get unacceptable the moment you were served?
Yeah.
The moment I was served by the friendly service guy as I was walking into my favorite restaurant, I realized that our system was broken. Dude, it was unacceptable
10 years ago.
25, 30 years ago.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm glad that you're doing it, but this was spurred by a lawsuit. You are in the midst of damage control, and we can all sue
That's
it.
all it is.
The fact that the letter came out on Saturday, when did the lawsuit drop? A week? Monday?
What was that, Wednesday? Something like that. I think it was Wednesday.
So his attorneys had about 3 days to write that up.
Because it was good enough to be like, I care, but also good enough to not incriminate them.
Oh, if I'm anybody, I just hold up the date of the letter, the date of the memo, and the date of the processor. When did we officially get sued? And when did I come out with this? It became unacceptable 3 days after that.
Whatever.
An interesting note from Schefter's article on Mike McDaniel getting the coaching job for the Dolphins. The 49ers will receive 2 third-round draft selections, one in 2022 and another in 23, per league spokesman, as compensation under the Rooney Rule for developing a minority assistant who was hired for an NFL head coaching job. So there are things that they're doing to sort of incentivize getting more diverse within the coordinator's position, which is cool.
So he's half, right? He's half black.
I do not know his full. I don't know his full racial heritage. Yeah. But I do know his dad is black and his grandmother on his dad's side is black. Yes. I don't know if his mom is or anything like that.
Anglo or something else.
Yeah, he's black.
He identifies as multiracial.
But here's the problem. I appreciate the fact that they're incentivizing hiring a minority position coach or coordinator, or bringing them up. But that's not the issue. There's plenty of African-American coaches of color as far as offensive and defensive coordinators. It's not that. They're not getting the job after that.
Right.
There's plenty. You know what I mean? So we have one. The incentivizing is working to get to the progress from position to coordinator, but it's the owners, it's the hiring people that it has worked up to the top. Yeah. We don't so much have a glass ceiling anymore. We still do, but we're several floors up. But we're not to the top floor yet. That's the problem. And I do think the incentivizing of hiring, you get a bonus or something like that instead of disincentivizing. Make it worth their while. And once you do, I think it will be fixed. It won't be an immediate fix. And I don't know what it is, but this seems like you're rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic is what Goodell is doing right now. You're already sinking, man. Like, you can say it's unacceptable, but you're already sinking. Moving along.
That's the 411 and the 210.
Before we head to break,
What's up?
We lost Gary DeLon over the weekend. There are very few people in the history of a city that have played more of a role in the sporting, in the environments that Gary DeLon played. From sitting at the Ken's chair to being involved in high school sports for as long as he was. Everything that Gary DeLon was the epitome of a life well lived, and he will be greatly, greatly missed. When we come back,
I met him a couple times out at Heroes, and when he walked in the room, he kind of lit up, and everybody's almost like you kind of stand at attention. When he kind of walked in, everybody kind of stood at attention, shook his hand. Didn't know me from a can of paint, but treated me like I belonged. So definitely thoughts and prayers out to his family.
I challenge every high school play-by-play guy in San Antonio, take a few Gary DeLonisms, use them, because listen to those games. We don't want those to go away.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to go down the road with Kellen Moore. Is he back? Is he staying? Are we happy? Are we not? What do you think Mike McCarthy's attitude is about all this? Kellen Moore is back. Is that good? We're talking about that next. And I hope you guys sat back and enjoyed the Pro Bowl. I know Alvin Kamara didn't get nearly as tired as he should have, as he spent some time with the Las Vegas what's the county there? Clark County Police yesterday after the post 7-on-7 game. And lots of Super Bowl coming your direction. Say, hang around with us. Watch us live. Make sure you go 103.3 if you're at 1250. Go try 103.3 FM. We've been there for now about a week, and reviews are outstanding. I could get it all the way to my house, inside my house. It is a great breakthrough for us. Hey, hang on tight. We got a lot to talk about. We'll be right back. This is R&R in the Morning, and you are on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250. And 103.3 FM.
Am I on deck, Karl? Texas Cheer Liquor. Shout out to them, one of our big game sponsors. Shout out to the AD and Texas Cheer Liquor. There's 4 locations, and stay tuned. There may be more locations on the way. I don't know. I have sources. That say they're going to expand the brand even further. But as of right now, there's 4. 2 on Petrenko, 1 at Highway 90 in Montgomery. Don't forget, February 17th, the Blitz will be at the Texas Cheer Liquor number 3 at Highway 90 Montgomery. So if you haven't met Joe, you haven't met Jason, you want to go and hang out with the Blitz, get some discounts, get some tastings. The last time they were out, they had some great tastings. They have a really, really expensive bottle. So I encourage you to get out to Highway 90 in Montgomery, February 17th to meet the Blitz. And then the 4th location is at the Palo Alto exit in the Patron Plaza right next to Walmart. Beer, wine, liquor, cigars, you know the drill. The Blantons landed. I don't know if there's even any more left, but, only one way to find out. Go to TexasCheerLiquor.com or call one of the locations and ask them if they still have it. Jason and Joe got their bottle of Blantons. The good stuff, really, really good stuff. But you know what I noticed about Jason and Joe? The Blantons didn't make it to California. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Like, we're at Super Bowl and they don't bring, like, one of y'all could have brought one of the bottles, but whatever. Those guys are asleep. They don't hear me busting them up anyways. But TexasCheerLiquor.com, there's the app, beer, wine, liquor, cigars. The big game is coming up, and they are one of the big game sponsors. And if you want to really show off to your people, get you an 8-gallon keg, get you a 16-gallon keg. This way you got a bunch of bottles that got to clean up Monday morning. So TexasCheerLiquor.com, 4 locations. Go and check them out. Let them know R&R in the Morning sent you. It's the big game, baby.
Two Texas NBA teams were in action last night as the Dallas Mavericks defeated the Atlanta Hawks 103-94. Luka Doncic's 18 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds triple-double led Dallas to the win. In Houston, the Rockets fell to the Pelicans 120-107. Brandon Ingram had 33 points to help New Orleans to the win. The Rockets were led in scoring by Christian Wood, who had 22 points. And in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel will reportedly be the next coach of the Miami Dolphins. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore was a finalist for the position, but it appears he will be returning to Dallas after not getting the Miami job. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's new fries are ones you won't forget, guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. We're talking natural cut, skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy, they beg a new question.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
Carzeus.com. That's CarZeus.com. It is the best option for you if you're trying to sell your vehicle privately. You go to Carzeus.com, upload the photos of your vehicle, let them know about the condition of your car. Someone will text you. They'll text you an offer to that vehicle. Then you set your appointment. That appointment is at 11 a.m. You will be out of there by 12 p.m., possibly with the check in hand if you like the offer. If you don't like the offer, they're not going to hassle you. They're not going to be harassing you. You have 5 days and 500 miles, though, and that offer could change. Also, another great thing about Carzeus, if you owe money, don't be scared if you owe money on your car. They've helped a lot of people out of financial crunches. Around 60% of their business is done with people that owe money on the vehicle. So it's also San Antonio born and raised. It's no corporate red tape. This isn't a commission paid job. Everybody is there to help you. When it's your appointment, it's all about you. So go and check them out. Go to Carzeus.com. Carzeus.com. That's CarZeus.com.
If you're a guy over 30 and feeling frustrated about your health, listen up. Not feeling yourself lately? Are work and relationships getting you down? Do you feel a lack of energy and focus on the things that matter to you most? All men around age 30 have the potential for their testosterone levels to decline naturally. When that happens, life can feel out of control. If that's you, then it's time to rethink your health with Synergenics Testosterone Replacement Therapy. For more info and to schedule an appointment, head over to 800lowt.com today and get your life back.
50/50 Entertainment presents the 17th Annual Love and Happiness Show. Saturday, February 12th, 7 p.m. at Illusion Theater inside the Alamo Dome. Starring
Hey, what's up? This is Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton.
I can't stay away from you.
Bobby Brown. Also on the show, Kay Michelle. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com or call 800-745-3000. Avoid those Ticketmaster fees and get your tickets at the Alamo Dome box office. COVID is still so real. Mask up. Guidelines will be in place. The 17th Annual Love and Happiness Show. Saturday, February 12th, 7 p.m. at Illusion Theater inside the Alamo Dome. See you at the show.
Vivid Seats, your ticket to hold on to your hat, edge of seat sitting, bases loaded, 2 outs, half court, buzzer beating, 60-yard Hail Marys. Hear that pin dropping? Can they do it? They did. For your team, it was nothing. Get tickets and earn rewards with Vivid Seats. Life happens live.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Predict a perfect score and win $50,000.
We want more money.
Presented by Dietz Tractor. Guess now and win at sasportstar.com. R&R in the Morning with Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
3 o'clock in the morning. For you early birds, R&R in the Morning continues. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. Early birds, let's start dialing 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Those are our Kia Bossa Bacon phone numbers. You call it number 7. There you go, check out Love and Happiness Show. It's going to be good. Bobby Brown will be here too.
Anthony Hamilton came. It's going to be a good show.
Saturday night at
we
the
won't be
Illusions
there.
Theater. No, we won't. We'll be
good.
here. Your big game coverage continues. Our AA Best Bail Bonds big game coverage live from Radio Row here in Los Angeles. Make sure you listen to us all week long. We want to make sure you're fully informed as to what's going on with the big game. We want to thank AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds, just to name a few that have helped us get here. We got Death on the Nile tickets we're going to give away at the halftime show. So Kellen Moore has gone through 2 interviews that we know of with Miami. Didn't get the job. Probably interviewed someplace else. I assume he did. Maybe he had some tertiary conversations.
I think the Bears asked for permission as well.
So you probably had a couple of Zoomers.
Yeah.
Didn't get hired. He had the best offense in the NFL. Right? I mean,
he
highest scoring.
He did.
Yardage was there. Scored pretty consistently. But at the end of the season, do you still have the same attitude about Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator that you did, let's say, after week 4?
Yeah, it seemed like the league, I mean, outside of the division, it seemed like the league kind of watched the tape and kind of figured him out a bit. You know, San Francisco, it didn't look that the game against San Francisco, the wild card game, it didn't look like that wide open offense. Mm-hmm. Now, if you listen to Troy, you know, Dak has one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb, doesn't throw to him. Troy says, you know, Michael Irvin would have had 10 catches if that were he and I. So is that Kellen's fault? Is that Dak's fault? Because Dak has free reign to do whatever he wants. I mean, we remember go back to the Tampa game where they say he checked out of like 12 runs. So is that McCarthy's fault? I don't know, but I mean, there has to be something said for having the number 1 offense. But I do feel like Cowboy fan, as the season went on and on, kind of fell out of love with Kellen Moore.
I feel you look at the talent he had, he better have the best offense in the NFL.
True.
When you got 3 wide receivers that that were all at one point legitimate Pro Bowl contenders,
right?
You've got a running back tandem that's always you have the type of running back for every play you want to call.
There's that.
So you should score a lot of points, but it did seem a bit collegiate. Not
you felt collegiate?
Well, I wouldn't.
Damn, that's kind of harsh.
Well, it didn't feel like there were a lot of pages to the playbook. Does that, you know what I mean? It felt like the scouting was easy. That the book was out.
That's how I felt.
So
that's how I felt. Like it's not the most. I mean, he's not Sean McVay. He's not Kyle Shanahan with these complex running schemes, but
he led the league in points. So it's, I mean, how many more points do we need?
Right.
So it's hard to argue with the output, but I do agree that there is something missing, or he would have gotten the job in Miami. I mean, they hired another OC, maybe with a little bit more experience, but not that much more. So it wasn't like they wanted to find another head coach that had that kind of experience. Kellen's now an experienced OC. He's no longer a former backup quarterback that was forced into service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After a broken leg. That was 5 years ago.
And you have a quarterback that's a vet. So it's not like you can't get creative.
Yes.
You can get creative with Dak. I mean, Amari's a vet. Dak's a vet. Zeke's a vet. The offensive line are all vets. So it's just, it is what it is. But sometimes simple works. You know, the old KISS theory. Keep it simple, stupid.
It feels
worked.
like, well, it did. I mean, it's hard for it worked.
It worked.
They scored points. It was never when they lost. Well, there was 2 games when they lost. The offense was a problem, but I think it was more about Dak than play calling for a couple of those games. Dak was truly in a slump and truly inaccurate for about 4 games there. It wasn't clicking. And yeah. I don't know whether you blame that on the OC for not getting him out of it without scheming out of the problem. But for whatever issue, so he comes back. If you're Mike McCarthy, this is a make or break year, man.
See, this is the thing. Now, if you're Mike McCarthy and you know that you're on the hot seat, and with the schedule that you have next season, if you stumble out of the gates, do you take those play calling duties away from him? But this is my thing with McCarthy. That's our guy. We love him, but penalties, clock management, timeouts. I don't know if I want to put that on his plate, because a lot of times you see these head coaches where they're actually calling the plays, and then next thing you know, the GM's like, hey, I'm taking the play calling dudes away from you. Like, it's a lot to be a head coach and call the plays. Like, everybody can't be Andy Reid. Everybody can't be McVay and Kyle Shanahan and, manage everything else. I don't know if I want McCarthy doing that. But at the same time, if your offense just isn't clicking and your job is on the line, because Kellen's job to me is safe with Jerry. Jerry loves Kellen. He's like Jerry's project. if you're McCarthy, you go down your way, right?
I would think so. When we first saw McCarthy get hired, we reached out to Jermichael Finley. UT kid, played for him in Green Bay. And Jermichael told us, even then, no, I don't think he's going to call plays. I don't think he liked calling plays in Green Bay. So I think that, what's McCarthy's old saying? If you're going to call it, if you're going to design it, you got to call it. If you're going to put in the game plan, you got to call it.
He did say that.
But we've seen Jerry actually pull play calling duties from his coach. That's how Garrett ended up. We've seen this happen before. So he will do it. But if you're concerned, if it's about McCarthy's offensive know-how, if you trust that the fact that what he did played a role in Aaron Rodgers' success, you could hire a quality control coach. You could get a clock management guy. You could. That could stand on the sidelines and say, look, dude, your only job is to figure out down, distance, time, all the things that we have problems with. That's
so
your
you want
only
him
gig.
to hire a Gary Patterson?
That's a little bit different.
Okay, I was going to say.
Not that kind of quality control, but some kind of clock, dude. If that is truly a concern, you can go hire somebody that your only job right now is to figure out time, down, distance, and playbook. And you're there to input. So that when we are getting down to 35 seconds and one timeout and we're on the 35, what are the answers here? That's your only gig. You'd expect that from your OC. You'd expect that from your head coach. But obviously, that's a bit of a problem. You can fix that.
Absolutely.
So yesterday when we were flying in.
What happened?
I got to watch the Pro Bowl.
I didn't.
You didn't.
Y'all didn't tell me that there was live TV for free.
I didn't realize we had to.
I don't fly as much as y'all. I don't know.
Didn't you look around? What did you think everybody else was watching?
I thought everybody else paid for internet.
Oh, I got you.
I thought everybody else dropped.
Well, you were up in the first three rows, even though in Southwest it isn't first class. It felt like it.
It did.
Maybe
I was like, can I sit here?
You're next to the rich folks.
Yeah, I was like, I'll sit here in first class.
Paying $8 for 3 hours of internet.
Yeah.
No, you could have watched it. And if you did, you'd have been upset.
It was bad.
I don't know what you do with the Pro Bowl. I really don't. I don't know how you fix this.
We've been asking this question for a decade.
But it didn't used to be bad. But I don't know what you're going to have to fix. But yesterday, I don't know. Alvin Kamara didn't spend nearly as much energy as he should have post game. Let's talk Pro Bowl as we have but one football game left of the 2022 season.
Wow.
And we'll look forward to the Pro Bowl, the Super Bowl as well. We're so glad you're with us. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. Your AA Best Bail Bonds big game coverage continues next. You're on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 at 103.3 FM.
My entrepreneurs, all my self-employed people, I want to talk to you about Nearside Business Bank Account. If you're an entrepreneur or self-employed, you could get a free business bank account at nearside.com. That's near, N-E-A-R, side, S-I-D-E.com. Nearside.com. No hidden fees, just really, truly free. I know a lot of times when people tell you free, you get to the site and it's not free. This is really, truly free. No hidden fees, just free. Nearside debit cards pay you back 2.2% in 2022. That's on everything you buy toward your business. So that's 2.2% back on your printers, ladders, work shoes, gas, etc. So anything that's going toward your business is only going to get you 2.2%. It's free to sign up at nearside.com/free. That's nearside.com/free. And again, I know a lot of people with small businesses or you just getting started on something. You really should look into this. 2.2% is a great deal. So entrepreneurs, self-employed, you can get a free business bank account at nearside.com. So y'all go and check them out. Free to sign up, nearside.com/free.
We're following the Bengals and Rams all the way to LA. Live all week leading up to the big game. Don't miss a minute all week long. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Gia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Hey, San Antonio Sports Star listeners, this is Michael Kielbasa with Kielbasa Smoked Meats. Thanks to fans like you, you can now buy Kielbasa products just about everywhere. We hope you continue to enjoy our handcrafted, small batch smoked meats because we sure enjoy making them for you. So grab some today and let me know what you think. My number's on the back of every pack. Right by my promise that if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give you your money back. Find Kielbasa at a store near you today.
Hey team, it's a full house. We got to pick up the pace.
At Hank's restaurant, the line goes around the block.
Is this for 12? Okay, I need the truffle oil drizzle.
What he needs is another line cook.
Oh man, are the quail breasts still in the sous vide? Dave, can you keep an eye on that, please?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a nature show host.
In the native habitat of a suburban driveway, the poor victim of a broken windshield is left assessing his vehicle, utterly helpless.
Well, not true. If he's got Geico, he can file a claim online, over the phone, or with his handy mobile app.
But like a lone gazelle, he'll suddenly be left to fend for himself, awaiting his terrible fate.
Nope. Geico will assign him a designated claims team to help him out, too.
So the gazelle gets his car fixed and everything. Wow, nature is so cool.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Water stains on the shower glass. Try rubbing some shaving cream on them.
Tyler's cleaning crew knows every housekeeping trick in the book.
Handling timesheets now.
But they need a proper bookkeeper to keep finances tidy.
New equipment is a business expense, right?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Bengals and the Rams are headed to LA for the big game. We've got you covered all week long, live from Los Angeles. Presented by AA Best Bell Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM. R&R in the Morning with Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bell Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Sounds so nice. We say it twice. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. You're live with us, R&R in the Morning from Radio Row. Brought to you by AA Best Bell Bonds, as always. Texas Cheer Liquor. It's quiet here. And for those of you that are viewing, I'm going to turn my camera to maybe give you an idea of what the Radio Row looks like right now. It is a vast room that is mostly empty right now, as it is just 5:47 in the blessed AM here from Radio Row. But it's typical. Mondays are slow. Tuesdays will start picking up. Wednesdays, by Wednesday, 75% of the stations will be here. Thursday, just about everybody will be here. And then Friday is going to be mayhem.
Yeah. So so there. Okay, so I didn't know this, right? So Rob apparently misplaces things
all the time.
So I didn't know this. Well, we get to New York when we went to Army Navy. I get to the room. I got there a little bit late, and Rob has already misplaced a bag full of laptops, iPads, the most important bag for the trip.
Yes.
Of course, we end up finding it. But, and then over the next few months or so, like, they're like, damn, where's my phone? Damn, where's my wallet? Where's my keys? Blah, blah, blah. And Minix and Pledge just break his balls about it. Like, they really beat him up about it. Well, last night, we're rushing because we got to be checked in by 6 o'clock. We get off the plane like 4, go get the rental. We shoot over here. We're trying to find them. We're looking around, whatever. So we finally go get our credentials, and to get your credential, you had to show your ID. And Jason gets his ID back, sticks his wallet in his back pocket, but he doesn't stick it all the way in his back pocket, falls out. So by the time he realizes it, we had been gone.
Yeah, we were 150, 200 yards away, 2 floors, 2 escalators in the middle of...
Yeah, break. Go ahead, give it to him, Rob.
In the middle of what is NFL Live. It is the experience. So there's 20,000 people.
Easy, because it's open to the fans.
Yeah, it's a huge crowd. Luckily, where we were, there was no one. So where we had to go check in was a wide open space, and because I think we were probably the last media types to check in yesterday. So
yeah, by far,
because they shut it down at 6 and we were there at 5:47. We were quite proud of the fact that we had made it on time. So we get all the stuff that we need, and we're still tooling around with our bags. We have to go up a couple of flights of stairs, escalators, to get on this long 100-yard march back to where we are actually right now. So in between there and here, Jason, I guess, reached in and like touched his pocket and says, "Do you have my wallet?" Like, I don't have your wallet. That look,
Dude,
there's a look of sudden sheer panic that we all share. We've all seen it.
Panic was real.
And I could see that the color leave his face. And then something miraculous happened. A miracle occurred in front of us, much like Micah Parsons becoming the fastest man in the NFL over the weekend. Jason Minix broke a 4-flat 40. I've not seen the quickness that this guy had through a crowd.
Because I was like, you know what? Because Rob and Joe were like, we'll just hang back. We had a bag full of equipment still. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with them. I know the dude's in a panic. Karl, I couldn't keep up.
Put his head down and
couldn't keep up.
Gone.
I'm talking about gone. I was like, I'm gonna go with them. I could not keep up. And then next thing you know, he's calling us. Where y'all at? Like, what do you mean where we're at? We left you, fool. He's like, I'm already past y'all. I was like, where was your wallet? Dude, it was on the ground.
He let it fall out of his pocket.
On the ground.
In this big, wide open space.
Full of fans. Like, keep in mind, this is open to the public, but he got lucky because it fell out of his back pocket down where we checked in. So the fans couldn't get down there. There was like access, like media access only. But if it falls out anywhere where all these people walk around, they would have bought 2 TVs already by the time he would have got to shut it down. But the look on his face, and then Rob because he's taking such of a beating, you know what Rob says? I kind of wish the bastard would have lost it. Because he's taking such a beating. Well, the reason why, and I understood because one, like we would have took care of him.
Yeah, it all worked out.
We would have took care of him. And then 2, his wife would have one day him a new car. He would have been fine. So Rob wanted him to lose it.
Well, I've lost my wallet enough times. I know exactly what to tell him to do. So I was like, man,
cancel everything.
I so wish he'd have lost it. So at least I'd have something.
Don't wish that evil on anybody. It might come back to you.
I know. I can say that now because he found it. But the fact of the matter is, he was like, I got it. Damn it.
Yeah, but he was in a panic. That is not the way, because again, it was day one. We're not even day one.
Oh, we were like
just got here.
We were at the 5-minute mark.
Don't you need your ID and Vax card to get in anywhere in LA?
Oh yeah, he'd have been screwed. It'd have been great.
My man James from Danos Tequila says he must have already had some Danos.
We had some Danos last night.
We did have some, James.
We did that in reaction to what happened.
Yeah, we took a shot as soon as we walked in. That's
it was smooth,
mandatory. It was very smooth.
It's infused with something.
Yeah, that one was the Reposado. Reposado, good stuff.
Yeah, it was
chilled.
Danos dangerous. Danos
dangerous tequila.
Yeah, we got it. We got everything taken care of. They are
but Rob's face, it was kind of, hey, yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, it was that's what you get face, because no, really, Jason and Pledge kill Rob about losing stuff.
So now I've got 5 days to make sure I don't lose anything.
So I've been patting my pockets for a day and a half, like making sure. Look, right there, boom. Pocket.
The thing is,
boom,
you can replace, and Karl, I think, brought up something really important. You can get your credit card FedExed. But getting a replacement Vax card, how the hell would you do that from here
ID
overnight? And an ID just to get on your plane. Now there's workarounds with that.
Yeah, you get a passport or something.
Oh, there's always a workaround.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get your wallet, you're not stuck in the city until you get your driver's license delivered to you. There's workarounds that you can deal with the airlines.
True.
But at the end of the day, he found it. We're happy. They're asleep right now.
Yeah. They're probably asleep.
Oh, I guarantee you.
I'm fine. We didn't do much last night. I feel good today.
Yeah,
I just need a cup of coffee. What the hell?
We're going to have to talk to the powers that be.
This is not right.
Hey, in the 8 o'clock hour, we got so much fun for you. It's hard to even wait any longer. We'll come back looking at what happened with the Spurs on Friday night and trade deadlines. are around the corner as the Spurs have an opportunity to do a little bit of practice. They don't get back to work until Wednesday as they hit the road again. We will look we'll look around the NBA, look at the NBA trade rumors outside of just the Spurs. Keep you up to date. Hang around with us. We got so much to talk about. This is R&R in the Morning, and you're on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. Where are you going to watch the game on Sunday? Big games just around the corner. You better head over to Twin Peaks for the best seats made from scratch food, 29-degree cold beer. It's football fans' paradise. Go ahead and make your reservations now, man. You need to get there. Make sure you've got the space that you need. Twin Peaks will give you a front row view of the big game. Who you got? You got the Bengals. You got the Rams. Make your call and visit one of the 3 San Antonio Twin Peaks locations this Sunday for the biggest NFL Sunday. Twin Peaks spectacular eats. And you know those drinks are going to be icy cold. But why do you go? It's those scenic views.
San Antonio Sports Star is headed to L.A. Get the latest news, moves, analysis, and world-class roster of guests all week leading up to the game.
To the next episode.
R&R in the Morning, halftime, and the Blitz all live from Los Angeles.
Joining us now, the Moves, Daryl Johnston. We get to talk to Michael Irvin. Marcus Ware joining us now.
Don't miss a minute all week long. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Progressive presents Forced Metaphors about bundling your home and auto.
When you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, you get great savings and round-the-clock protection, which is as beautiful as looking your firstborn child in the eyes for the first time. Well, that's a bit much. Maybe it's more like looking your second-born child in the eyes for like the third or fourth time. Point being, the savings and round-the-clock protection are really, really magical.
Forced Metaphors, presented by Progressive. Bundle and protect today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
I need postcards printed and designed. Oh, and a targeted direct mail campaign.
It's possible at Staples.
I need my presentation printed, bound, and perfect.
Also possible. With Staples Print Big Promise, your small business marketing will make a big impact. And right now, get 20% off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 2/26. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
America's Diamond offers our 5-year, 60-month financing program every day of the year. You don't have to wait for a sale to get 5-year financing with credit approval, or wait for a sale to get our guaranteed America's Diamond price, because we treat everyone fairly and with respect every day of the year. For almost 40 years, we have designed and created our extraordinary diamond jewelry right here in San Antonio. When you buy at America's Diamond, your money stays in San Antonio. Our whole company is located here and locally owned. Our kids and grandkids go to school here. All 40 of our coworkers live and shop in San Antonio for everything. Through the years, America's Diamond has supported thousands of wonderful charity events in San Antonio. We're the official jeweler of the San Antonio Spurs and of the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics. See our television program about diamonds and jewelry tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or see it right now at americasdiamond.com.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone,
AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
I'm here at the Big Game headquarters, Total Wine and More, stocking up for the big celebration. The perfect bourbon, local craft beer.
Forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Cabernet, seltzers.
The day after is Valentine's Day.
Whoa, new game plan.
You got this. Total Wine can help you score the perfect bubbly, too.
Thank you. I would have been.
You sure would have.
Total Wine and More. Pickup and delivery available. Drink responsibly. B21.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the Morning. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is R in the Morning, a LA edition, coming to you live from Radio Row. He is Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. We'll be here all week long in a wide open space.
Dude, literally no one.
No coffee. I don't care if there's no one here. I kind of like it. Because no one's here, there's no coffee. There has to be coffee within 100 yards.
Yeah.
There has to be.
What time would you and Jason normally get here? Y'all do show at 4. What time do y'all roll in?
On on a Monday like this, not too early.
Okay.
Typical time, because there's just not a lot of people in town yet. And as the day would go on, we'd get here earlier and earlier until finally Friday. We normally meet with Emmett on Fridays.
So Emmett is Friday.
Normally Emmett is Friday. He comes with his bottle of Herradura. We talk about his tequila. We talk with Emmett, and all that. And he leaves the bottle. That's Friday. And normally and it's always early for him. So we would get up early and interview him at 9 in the morning, wherever we might be.
Oh, and put in the can.
And then we put that in the can. So that's the earliest we'd ever come. And normally on Fridays. But Friday, we won't leave this place on Friday. We're going to get here and stay.
Oh, when you talking about you and I?
You and I. We'll be here Thursday and Friday. I think we'll probably be here all day.
So you mean to tell me the day after the biggest cigar party in the world, you want me to be here all day?
I think we're going to probably be in the clothes that we went to the party in. Thursday's going to be nuts, man.
Rob.
That's Friday.
I'm gonna smoke 3-4 cigars. You want me here all day Friday?
We will see how we do, but because we're trying to figure a way for us to win this bottle of tequila. Now, Pledger feels he deserves it and probably does.
I think it should be between Mike and Joe.
Yeah, I do think
I got 4 bottles of my own at home, but I think it should be between Mike and Joe.
Because we're in Los Angeles, I do expect there to be random star sightings that we're going to get some interviews and some selfies with.
This is what it boils down to with Jimenez. If Jimenez does his best impression of RJ Ochoa and gets us some content and gets us some guests, it's his. He got to work for it.
Got to have to earn it.
He did drive us this morning. He did. No, he got up at 3:30 and dropped us off. Props to him.
Yes, he was the late arrival and caught up quite well as he arrived.
Yeah, he did.
We'd had a couple of laps.
He had to catch up.
He caught up and
he took his shot when he walked in
and got on. Yeah, he had his Dano's Dangers, which is now going to become a tradition.
Yeah, whatever.
Wherever we land, our first.
But no, I think it should be between those two. But if Mike does a good job,
but we need to quantify what a star is.
Yeah, who do you? Yeah, well, you asked this question last night. Yeah, I think it's a great question
because we are going to, by the end of the week, I will bet we will interview 15 Hall of Famers.
Okay,
I think that's about right. Maybe between the 3 shows. We'll probably
definitely
have
former Super Bowl champs, whatever.
The number of Super Bowl champs we'll talk to. So I want to get beyond the level of just being a really good football player. Now, there's some Hall of Famers that are better than others.
Well, you know what, Robbie? It comes down to, like, if a celebrity outside of football, if they got to be selling something or they got to have a movie coming out or an album. So who's really going to come? I mean, you had you had Little Nas X. That was, and you didn't know who he was. You're like, who's this kid in leather pants? There was JoJo Siwa.
So that's going to happen. But Food Network does not quantify. Food.
Well, you got your guy Andrew. He's a star, Rob.
He is. But for the Sandwich King of Chicago, that doesn't matter.
No, that's not
going to do it for me. But should we put it like we need a TV and entertainment type?
Like perfect example, like if Wahlberg comes strolling through here, that
would be an expectation.
Wahlberg's a big kid. Who else? Like, hey, maybe Kanye shows up.
You never know.
He has an album coming out on February 22nd. He might show up in his duck boots.
Or one or two of the
that's a star
types are going to be around.
Who?
Yellowstone. They're going to be some of the TV.
Now,
types.
see, if I saw someone from Yellowstone, you would have to tell me, hey, Rudy, that's one of the guys from the ranch.
But there will be a competition for the tequila.
Whoever gets the best selfie, whoever gets a selfie with the biggest celebrity.
And we'll post the pictures and you guys can vote. I think that might be
Let's do it that way.
Do it that way. Because
ours, we're going to be biased to whoever we get our selfie
now, we
with.
do need to guard that tequila because it has been stolen in the past. Pat Green.
Who stole it?
Pat Green stole our tequila.
Pat Green. That name sounds familiar.
He is a Texas country singer.
Okay, I thought so.
He showed up and stole it. So we do have to guard the stuff.
Now, they got somebody booked from Bravo. Some young lady from the Bravo station.
Yes, Jimenez. I mean, Jimenez is happy about one of them, I think. Agar? Is that her name?
See, he wants some some TikTok star.
Oh.
Like, I don't know any TikTok
we've got
people.
Well, I know that
doesn't count. TikTok famous doesn't count.
Now, here's random. We've got Diplo, the DJ.
Now, Karl, that's a big deal, right?
We'll have
Diplo's
Diplo
a big deal. Tell me that's not a big deal.
TikTok stars are bigger than Diplo.
You're high. What did you smoke this morning?
Hey, TikTok star. Hey, just because you're not on TikTok doesn't mean that you're. Just because you're not on TikTok doesn't mean it's a big deal to have a TikTok star.
No, I'm saying Diplo's bigger than TikTok, right?
No, TikTok stars are ridiculous.
No, Diplo gets paid $250K to DJ.
Yeah, and TikTokers are
getting
millions for just kind of being TikTok famous.
No, I'm not gonna give. Look, I love TikTok. I have a TikTok. I will make some TikToks this weekend because we're going to get graded on it. But don't you dare disrespect Dip. Dude, have you seen his pool parties?
I'll be honest with you, Rudy.
No TikTok star can get the pool party
I'll be
jumping
honest
like a
with
Diplo.
you, Rudy. I don't know who Diplo is.
Oh, okay.
The truth comes out.
Does it count as a star if I don't know who they are? Actually, yes.
I think he's a huge DJ.
Yeah, he's like a mass concert DJ type.
I want to talk to
him. There's something to do with pineapples.
What about pineapples?
I don't know.
They help you smell fresh.
No, there's something to do with pineapples at his shows.
Well, women like pineapples. They help. Supposed to help women.
I've heard pineapples mean something else.
Really?
Yeah, it's not.
Well, let's leave it alone.
Yeah, that's not something.
Drop off.
But I know that's something. But that will be the kind of the outside stuff on Saturday night. Mario Barrios, San Antonio's own.
Oh man,
went up against Keith Thurman, and went down to a unanimous decision. It was well fought, but that's too straight for Barrios as he is attempted to step up in weight. And really, it was a rough one, man. Now, one thing we know, the kid can take a punch.
The kid. I mean, we found that out against Tank,
right?
But then we found out even more. Thurman. Look, Thurman, even though he's been out the fight game for a few years, he's a vet, and he just picked Barrios apart. But Barrios, he's still going to have a really good career. This isn't his last fight that we're going to see. I mean, he always does a good job, but that was tough to watch because, like, again, Thurman really picked him apart.
Barrios now sits at 26-2.
I mean, your only losses are to Tank and Thurman.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Yeah, not at all.
But 140.
I don't know if he's
might be a little heavy.
I saw some people saying he was in the wrong weight class. But see, this is the thing I don't like about that is when before the fight, everybody's all, yeah, I think he got a shot. He got a shot. He got a shot. Yeah, he's going to take Thurman. He's going to take Thurman. And then after he gets toyed with, oh man, he's in the wrong weight class. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, that's
call
too
your
straight.
shot before.
That's too straight though. I mean,
yeah,
since he's gone up too straight.
True.
He can't deliver the power that he could. He can take the punch.
He can take a punch.
He just doesn't have the power to kind of.
He's a warrior.
Was a little bit of. I thought the strategy was a bit odd, and I'm not a Monday morning fight doctor by any stretch.
Right.
But it was a little bit reactive. I think they were just hoping this old dude would punch himself out that hadn't fought in 3 years.
They thought he'd be rusty.
Yeah. So I think he was hoping that, in the later rounds he might be able to capitalize, and that just didn't work. He ended up taking he went around. I mean, it just wasn't. It wasn't his best outing, and it's no disrespect, no disgrace.
No, none at all. None at all.
Fights, but we're not at a time where you have to evaluate your career. He's still a young man.
Yeah, he's all right.
But you got to be real careful, or you're going to be labeled that guy. You know, the up-and-comer who just can't do it, and you become the springboard to the next great fighter. They're the ones they can't wait to schedule.
Yeah, you don't want to be the tune-up. You don't want to be the tune-up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the tune-up.
Because he still carries a good reputation, but they've got to get him a win.
But you got to kill him. He can take a beating.
Yes.
You got to kill him, dude, because again, Tank hit him with a few shots where most people go to sleep. And Mario stood in there. And then the same with Thurman. Like I said, the dude could take a punch. He's a warrior. But at some point, you want to get one of these wins in one of these big fights.
It was tough, but I'm sure we'll have him on here in a couple of days, and we'll look back on the fight.
Think he come on?
Yeah, he's a good friend of the show.
You talked to him a couple times.
Yeah. Again, this is young, and it's early in a career, but 2 straight losses to guys that are, climbing or trying to come back. You don't want to become that fighter.
Agreed.
You still get paid, and he will, if he becomes that fighter, you can make a good living.
Oh, hell
You know what? You'll get paid pretty well for about 5-6 fights, and then you're done.
Yeah, so you got to sit on it too.
But you have to acquit yourself well, and he's going to have to win one to continue doing that.
Agreed.
As we sit live from Radio Row, it's always brought to you as we head out by AA Best Bail Bonds and Southern Recipe Smallbacks and Texas Cheer Liquor. Make sure you're following us on the socials. Make sure you're doing everything you can to get all the stuff we got for you. So if you don't watch us on YouTube, go there and set your alerts and all that, or Facebook, SA Sports Star, whatever. Watch us live. Make sure you're keeping up with all this stuff and interact with us. Reach out, ask us questions, and somebody you want to see or something you want to do, we'll take you with us. We'll make sure we take our cameras wherever we might go. As we head into this hour, we'll at 8:30. Let me pull up my.
Pull it up.
Going to look at the NFL coaching carousel. Big changes were made. The Spurs. On Friday night, we got a chance to see Zach Collins come, but that would have been a lot of news if they'd have been playing some games. They don't play again until Wednesday. The trade deadline is Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty comfortable with the fact there's at least one Spur we might not see again. Probably at least one. I cannot, in my mind, even wrap my head around us keeping Thaddeus Young.
At this point, it doesn't make sense.
Why?
Trade the guy to a contender. Trade him to Phoenix.
Set him free. Shoot, if we have to just buy him out so he can go free.
But I don't want Dario Saric, Karl. But I'm just saying, wherever.
So I feel like the trades are in the wind. Now, we've had our first move of the trade deadline season. Karis LeVert is now a Cleveland Cavalier.
The Cavs are all in.
And it cost him a bag of beans and a one-legged Ricky Rubio. Yeah. I mean, literally, they got it for nothing.
And Garland, LeVert, Markkanen, Allen, and Mobley,
that's a team.
I like that starting 5. Again, it's young. It's a really young starting 5, and you got somebody savvy like the Nets or the Bucks that have been there. But you gonna have to really bring your A game. You have to bring your A game because they're already good. They're already a good team, and then you add another scorer, LeVert. But sometimes you kind of wonder, okay, did we do too much? Should we have left it alone? Because Garland he's the new age point guard where he looks for his shot. Mm-hmm. So now you got another guy you got to get the ball to. So sometimes maybe you do a little bit too much, but right now on paper, I like the way it looks.
And they might not be done. I don't see how Colin Sexton is still there. Darius Garland came and took his job.
He's injured at the moment.
He is.
I know, but I would still move him. What I'm saying is
the thing. What if he accepts the backup role? What if Colin's like, you know what? I don't mind being the mono role. I'll come off the bench.
That would be great.
If he does that now,
I think he's in a contract year now, right?
Great question.
I believe he'll be a restricted free agent this summer. Yes.
So there's gonna be some teams come calling.
Yeah,
I think that they're going to end up probably losing him because I think he's a great talent. I think he's been mishandled and underutilized where he is, and Garland stepped in was extraordinary. So as we see the movement starting, especially when you're talking about the Pacers, they got stuff to go. There are some rumors now involving the Spurs and the Pacers, but doing the math, it doesn't seem like it could work without another team being involved. So we knew weeks back that the Pacers were in an utter rebuild with Carlisle arriving.
No, it's one of those everything must go.
So Sabonis is, candidate number one. Everybody wants some Sabonis, best six man in the league.
Turner.
Right now. And Miles Turner, which fits the Spurs. Both these guys would look really good in silver and black, or white and pink and fuchsia, or whatever that teal is. Karl, what do you think the likelihood of this is? Because I did seem that there's at least one NBA writer that says this is something that is in the wind, but it also might have to include a third team like Toronto.
I kind of put it at 50%. I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs are buyers at the trade deadline, because there is still a thought process of this is the opportunity, the trade deadline or the offseason, to get talent. So if you feel like there's a deal out there for a good price, such as maybe a Miles Turner for an expiring contract of a Thaddeus Young, I don't see how the Spurs don't pull the trigger on that. But any trade that they make probably messes up their cap space. So is proposed cap space better than any deal on the table? And only they know that. Like, if you're talking about stripping all the first round picks and such.
I want to shake you sometimes. I want to shake you because, since we've been on air, you've been talking about this cap space. Like, I get where you're coming from, and you want to have that flexibility, but at the same time, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush, right?
Yeah, well, you just have to think about it. Yeah, you have to think about it from, we're not privy to the actual conversations going on.
No.
So would you actually say, can the Spurs pull off this? We don't know, because what it actually ends up being could be a bad deal, and the Spurs might be better off standing pat.
In a hypothetical world, if we could get Sabonis, I take him over praying for someone to take my cap space money. Right?
I understand what you mean by that. I know what you mean by that.
Okay.
But in a way, what would it take to get a Sabonis? Would you be willing to give up multiple firsts and a good player?
Yes.
And that could be the reality of it. That could be something that the Spurs have to do.
Because exactly what Karl is talking about. Every GM in the league knows how the San Antonio Spurs do their business. And they know that we're San Antonio. We're going to have trouble getting a free agent. We always will.
Right.
So they're going to hold the trade value to somebody that we're chasing. It's going to be higher than what it might be for another team, because they know the only way you're going to get this guy, because he ain't coming in free agency. You're going to have to get him and woo him, and maybe he'll stay. But that hasn't always been the case.
Yeah.
So I think that's if I'm a GM and I'm dealing with Wright, I know that. Like, dude, the asking price for you is more, because you won't get this guy on the free agent market. And if you do, it'll cost you more. So I think that the flexibility, it's good to have that kind of cash, because I think the Spurs know that they're going to have to overpay for a free agent.
Right.
And to make a deal, they might have to eat some dead money, a bad contract or two.
Depends on what you want to do. Unless you want to see this team grow, or do you want to, say, hey, you know what? I've seen enough of XYZ. Let's make a move. Because right now you're sitting at 20 wins. I don't know what Brian, Pop, and RC are thinking. I don't know if they're thinking like, hey, I think we have something here, or if they're thinking we need to shake it up. I wish I'd be a fly on the wall and how they felt about this particular team, because there's times where Derek looks great, times where he doesn't. Same with Keldon. The only consistent has been Vassell and DeJounte. Everybody else has kind of been like, dude, who are you? I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to think of you. So it's a tough spot for them to be in.
Trade deadline is Thursday.
Yeah, and just to go back to the salary cap situation, it makes a trade easier in the offseason to have all of that salary cap space. So if there is somebody like a Sabonis who wasn't moved during the trade deadline, the Spurs could just absorb him instead of sending out contracts.
Right.
Got you.
But they have to want to come at that point.
Yeah.
We can kidnap DeMar.
Yeah.
We can't, you know what I mean? We can kidnap these guys. I'm not sure it's that easy to bring guys in, especially with the vagaries of Popovich's future.
Agreed.
I think you almost have to trade for these guys, and it's more expensive to do that. Just kind of is. Let's get you caught up on the headlines. Karl's got them. You need them. It's time for the 411 and the 210.
Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
Eli Manning speaks to TMZ Sports and says Tom Brady won't be going into broadcasting after retirement. Hoping to hear Tom Brady in a broadcast booth now that he's done on the field. Eli Manning says don't count on it, explaining he believes there's no way TB12 gets into TV. The New York Giants legend spoke with Adam Glenn out of New York City this week about what's next for Brady following his retirement, and Eli said straight up he doesn't believe he'll be talking X's and O's on a network. He's not going into broadcasting, Eli said. He's too good. As for what is next, Eli says he's pretty certain it'll involve relaxation and family time. Enjoy life, the ex-QB said. No word on how much inside information Manning actually has into Brady's post-retirement plans. But remember, the dude did own the GOAT in 2 Super Bowls, so maybe it's time to listen up.
I see movies, books, like his own little thing here and there. I see him going the Kobe route. Like, hey, you know what, ESPN, y'all want to give me like an X and O little segment to myself, and I break down defenses and offenses for you here and there when I feel like it. And then, hey, I got $2 million to throw in on this movie. I'll executive produce this movie with you. Like, you got to remember who his wife is. You know, he's met thousands of people that are connected in that realm. So that's what I see for Tom. Movies, books, here and there, X and O stuff.
Does Tom Brady executive produce The Man in the Arena?
I bet he does.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he is. And I think you probably put it in the best possible light that he's going to probably become the Kobe, this entertainment media kind of hub where he gets to dip his fingers in a variety of different things. I still think he'll be around football.
Yeah, he loves it too much. Yeah, he loves it too much.
But I think it'll be much more like the Mannings.
Yeah, it's not gonna, and it's gonna be when he wants to. It may not even be a weekly thing. It may be like a first Fridays with Tom type thing.
Peyton, up until this year, really didn't do too much football.
No,
but he's still been. We still talk about him enough. He's still been around just enough to where he's been part of the conversation. And I think Brady has seen that kind of work for him and Kobe as well. So I think those kind of guys. There's not too many guys that can do this. I mean, you have to be Kobe or Tom Brady, but I do think he kind of sees, or the Mannings or Peyton specifically, who brought, the other guys with him. But the fact is, it's that I can see them kind of rounding into form. And I know every great player's aspiration is to be an owner. You got to feel like he's going to chase that.
That's in the cards.
As quickly as he's going to chase everything else. But I do see executive producing and Hollywood kind of stuff.
Salud.
Excuse me. As we are in L.A. Moving on.
Headline 1.
Honus Wagner Holy Grail card, its ripped T206 card, hits the auction block and could rake in $500,000 plus. A Honus Wagner T206 card, known as the Holy Grail of cards to collectors, is on the auction block and is expected to bring in over $500,000. And did we mention that the card is ripped in half? Yes, undeniable proof that the memorabilia market is on freaking fire. The 1909 to 1911 T206 card, arguably the most coveted, is on the block at SCP Auctions. And this version of the card, only about 60 are estimated to be in existence, is torn right through the Hall of Famer's face. The T206 card, produced by the American Tobacco Company, has an interesting backstory. It was only produced for a few years, but was halted because the legend has it Wagner, the 8-time NL batting champ, did not want his face connected to cigarettes.
Well, it ended up going for $475,959.
Who is this?
Oh, really? It already got. I didn't realize.
It actually sold yesterday, so it wasn't like a long time, but it sold late last night.
Who is this?
Honus Wagner? I don't know.
A baseball player from the early 1900s.
So the Honus Wagner cards, there's been 6 of them, I think, that have been sold. The most, one went for $6.6 million.
Jeez.
And this one, literally, as Karl was describing, is kind of torn down the side. I don't know why that one, because I'm not a baseball card guy, but that's always been the one. And this to go for $500,000. And there's just nothing
torn.
Yeah, it's torn.
Because normally it's like, if it's not mint condition, throw it away. But this one's torn down the middle and it's still going for $500,000. I'm confused. But like Karl said in the headline, this market is on fire. Again, it's just one of those things. Sneakers and cards are two things that I just took for granted.
Right.
Being younger, I was just like, there's just shoes. It's just stupid cards. Like, I didn't have anybody telling me, no, Rudy, you may want to keep that till 2022. You know?
I can't even begin to fathom the money that went through our hands that we had no idea what.
You know how many original Jordans that I should have never worn?
Yeah.
I worked at Finish Line. I got every single pair.
Should have gotten
Origis.
Should have gotten two. One for show.
Origis. Not this stuff the new stuff that they make, Rob, is not even good because they're not made for hooping anymore.
No.
Like the originals, they were made for basketball. Like the new ones, they're just like, yo, you dudes aren't gonna wear them. You're gonna resell them and you're gonna sit in the closet. So I'm gonna make them out of crap.
Right. And we're gonna make
And guess what? Y'all are gonna line up to buy them.
You're gonna line up to buy them, and it's gonna crease no matter what you do. No matter what you do, it's still gonna crease.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I went up on it.
No.
It just made me mad just thinking about all the basketball, baseball cards that came through my hands.
It's this mentality that if you are willing to take your pay in crypto, where you can take if you're willing to take crypto dollars, let's say you get paid on Friday.
Okay.
By the time you get to the bank on Monday, crypto's half what you got paid. I mean, people are willing to do that. Baseball cards, shoot, you're willing to take that kind of risk.
True.
I think that we're just not as risk averse as we used to. So people are more willing to go invest $500,000, thinking, in 6 months I'll get $750. I'll make $250 off this. So I think we're willing to kind of take those risks. Where back in the day, there's no way that we would have done that.
No, I want my money now.
Honest Wagner, who are you anyway? Moving along.
No.
Headline 0.
I didn't know that one DJ, so it's all good, Rudy J. All righty.
Good blow.
Los Angeles Lakers Russell Westbrook on getting benched in overtime. All that matters is we won. For the second time this season, Russell Westbrook was benched by the Lakers coach Frank Vogel to a close game. Only this time the Lakers won, beating the Knicks 122-115 in overtime on Saturday. The result made all the difference to Westbrook in accepting the decision. Quote, "The best part about this game is that you win," Westbrook said after scoring 5 points on 1 of 10 shooting with 6 assists and 4 turnovers in 29 minutes. Guys competed, we won the game, and that's all that matters. Vogel, who kept Westbrook on the bench for the first 6 minutes and 30 seconds of the fourth as LA built a 6-point lead after trailing by as many as 21 early in the game, decided to take Russell Westbrook back out in overtime after seeing how the point guard closed the fourth. Westbrook scored 0 points, missing his only field goal attempt and going 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and didn't register any other statistics as the Knicks went on a 16-10 run at the end of regulation after he was subbed in to tie with the tie score.
The thing about this is, look, Russ has never been the best shooter. Good morning, B. How you doing out there? But I'm shocked that Russ has allowed this whole thing to get in his head. Like, I'm not saying that Russ was just some great shooter, but this all the criticism and the media and the way Frank Vogel has handled him, Russ has normally been a guy that's been able to block that out. Because remember, when he was with KD, there was a stigma around him that, like, oh, he's a squad killer. KD isn't going to be able to win with them, blah, blah, blah. But Russ was able to block all that out and do his thing. This year with the Lakers, it's actually gotten to him, and I'm shocked because he normally has, like, he's in his own world and his tunnel vision. No, but he's in his own head. LeBron even said as much, like, yo, stop second-guessing yourself.
I'm trying. I don't know what I think about Russell. He's an anti-hero. I shouldn't be happy knowing that he got benched, but I am.
Why are you happy? Dan, what did he do to you personally?
There's something about him that I don't like. I don't know what it is. And I actively root against this guy.
Really?
But he's a good
guy. On the court, he's a butthole, but Russ is a good dude.
That's just it. I don't know. I know that he's not the guy that I'm rooting against.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that were cheering when they pulled him on. When he got benched, there's people out there that were literally like, yeah. And it wasn't about, oh, you're going to help the Lakers win. It was more about Russell got benched.
Yeah.
Ha! And I don't know why I feel that way, but I kind of do.
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. Russ, he doesn't have the greatest relationship with the media. He the Brock the baby when he scores on a little guy, screaming. I mean, there's a lot that goes on that rubs people the wrong way. And people, we love a train wreck.
Yeah.
And Russell this year has been a train wreck.
But he's like You know, like if you watch Breaking, he's like Walter White. He's a nice guy doing bad things. You know,
I love Walter White.
Well, I mean, or Don Draper from Mad Men. Nice, like dudes you like, but at the other time, I hate this guy at the same time.
Right.
That's Russell. I shouldn't be cheering.
Yeah, that's weird.
This guy is
He's a Hall of Famer.
He is a ridiculous basketball player.
Averaged a triple-double.
The likes of which I never thought I would see that. Right. And it just became commonplace because of Russell. And that greatness has not
the thing about
endeared him to people.
The Thunder, they don't win with them. Houston don't win with them.
Lakers, shoot, they ain't winning with them either.
That's what I'm saying. So
there is that where you go, he doesn't win, but gosh, I like watching him play. But at the same time, I'm cheering when he gets pulled.
Dude, don't forget about the Wizards.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an awful mess that I wish wasn't happening to a guy. But at the same time, I'm kind of cheering for it. Kind of like Minix when he lost his wallet. I don't want you to lose your wallet, but I kind of want you to lose your wallet.
Dude, we got to talk. Sit down, have an intervention with my guy. Moving on, Karl. Lord.
Well, moving along.
Where are we going?
That's the 411
that was it.
Last night we were downtown. It was Clipper game. They were playing at Crypto.
Yeah, everybody. Rob was like, "Is there a game?" Because downtown was popping last night.
They had the NFL Experience, and right next door at Crypto was the Giannis was in town. The Bucks, where I guess they only come down twice.
Mm-hmm.
They get them to, so a busy place last weekend or last night. And we come back on the other side. We're gonna.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
We'll pad it. We do have about a 50-yard run.
I know
to get you to where you need to be.
Get there though.
Hey, when we get back, the NFL coaching carousel is slowing down a little bit. Looks like there's a new candidate in Houston, Lovie Smith. Huh?
With the gray beard. Have you seen Lovie with the gray beard?
Last I saw him, was he
looking like a little sexy little IG old man model?
Was he at Illinois? Where was he? Yeah, he was. That's last time I saw him. He was on the sidelines at Illinois. I don't know what Houston's doing. I don't know what's going on in Miami, but the carousel continues to turn, and we'll look very closely at it. And that'll include Kellen Moore, who might not have ever actually gotten off that carousel. NFL talk coming your direction here on R&R in the Morning. This is San Antonio's Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 at 103.3 FM. Did you wake up this morning sore? Did the honey-do list get you a little worked out over the weekend? Bad hamstring? Maybe you strained your back, or you woke up this morning like you do every Monday morning, sore. If you're living in pain, stop. I want you to call one of my friends over at Arasti. Arasti providers, they're all around San Antonio, and they are in the business of getting people out of pain. I want you to consider what Arasti is. I know it's a funny name, ARROSTI. That's also the website, Arasti.com. But Arasti is a certification. It is expert level, master's level certification that can only be attained by medical professionals that are already in the business. So if you're Arasti certified, you might be a general practice, you might be a physical therapist, you might be a chiropractor. You go above and beyond into the techniques that is Arasti. Now, Arasti is a non-invasive procedure. It's got elements of chiropractic. It's got elements of deep tissue massage and much, much more. I don't know, even begin to claim to understand what it is. All I know is it works in a remarkably short amount of time. 3.2 visits on average around the country. That's how many times it takes for their patients to get themselves back in the game, out of pain. You deserve that. So once you go to Arasti.com, there you'll see all the list of providers, a map there, and I'm sure you'll see that there's one probably closer than you might think. Less than 10 minutes, what I always like to say. But I want you to write this number down, 1-800-404-6050. Call that, get it taken care of, knowing full well you do not need a referral. And when you walk in, they're going to accept most insurances. Let me tell you something. Very few things in this life truly actually work and live up to things. I have gone to Arasti now for the last 5 years. I've got lower back issues, and nothing has fixed it and helped it better than that. And above and beyond that, I've learned those tips and tricks, those things that I can do to keep myself out of pain. You deserve that. You deserve to get out of pain. I want you to call Arasti today, 1-800-404-6050. Get yourself in there. Get yourself pain-free. And when you do, I want you to thank me later.
Sports Center is brought to you by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Available at H-E-B.
Two Texas NBA teams were in action last night as the Dallas Mavericks defeated the Atlanta Hawks 103-94. Luka Doncic's 18 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds, triple-double led Dallas to the win. In Houston, the Rockets fell to the Pelicans 120-107. Brandon Ingram had 33 points to help New Orleans to the win. The Rockets were led in scoring by Christian Wood, who had 22 points. And in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel will reportedly be the next coach of the Miami Dolphins. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore was a finalist for the position, but it appears he will be returning to Dallas after not getting the Miami job. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. And for the past 27 years, I have represented people in our community who have been injured because of negligent drivers of cars, 18-wheelers, and company vehicles. I really want you to know that if you're involved in a collision, you need to contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. All you may know about an insurance company is what you see on television. If you have ever been forced to make a claim after being injured in an auto collision, there are no jokes, no geckos, no cavemen, no professional athlete endorsers. Just you against a giant insurance company that is represented by skilled adjusters and attorneys who have one job: pay as little as possible. If you've been injured in a collision, please contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. I, of course, want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com. That's all one word, alawyerforus.com.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Injuries happen, so if you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries and has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. There is no reason to be in pain. If you are hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Learn more at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com, or schedule your appointment by calling 210-804-5490.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. Have you ever cooked a really fine gourmet meal? Yeah, me neither. But I'm told it all comes down to the ingredients. And when I need ingredients to improve my car, the place I go is eBay Motors. Whether you roasted your last transmission, graded your current floor mats, or pureed your side view mirror on a lamppost, eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them. And by the way, if you recently fired up your grill, don't worry, eBay Motors has grills too. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the Morning on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM. R&R in the Morning with Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
R&R in the Morning. That first R, that's Rudy. I'm Rob. What's the score going to be on Sunday?
Gosh, you going to throw me on the
Just
spot
right
on
now,
Monday?
just throw it out there. Because I'm looking for the perfect score.
Rams 31. Bengals 28.
You put in 31-28, and you're correct when you go to sasportstar.com. That is the perfect score. You could win yourself $50,000, brought to you by Deeds Tractor. Just register online at sasportstar.com to enter. Just put in what you think the score is going to be for the big game, and if you get it right, you could win $50,000. San Antonio Sports Stars Big Game Perfect Score, brought to you by Deeds Tractor.
I got some Joe Burrow stuff for you, Rob. This is the legend that this guy's.
I'm reading some stuff about Joe Burrow recently.
It says when Joe Burrow was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. It says games have to accept Joe Burrow's terms of service. Joe Burrow is the reason Waldo is hiding. Joe Burrow can divide by 0. And Superman owns a pair of Joe Burrow undies. This dude is taking. It's crazy that it's really Joe Mania.
I read some story about his sexual prowess as well.
What?
Yeah, something I did.
What happened?
Well, I saw a headline. I wasn't about to read it.
No, I wouldn't read it either.
Well, it looked like he had something in a box walking into the game the other day with those blue sunglasses, and he looked like he was walking with Justin Timberlake and Adam Sandler singing a song about a Valentine's gift in a box. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Chad Ochocinco said he popped Viagra before every game.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
That's a very strange thing. All right, Lovie Smith is being considered as the next Texans head coach. He knows what's going on there. He knows the lay of the land. He's been a head coach. He, as you said, the gray.
He took a team to a Super Bowl.
He did.
He went to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman.
But I don't know. Again, with Houston, it's going to come down to Lovie Smith or Josh McCown. That's what it seems to be where they're headed. If there's nothing new or different from Lovie Smith. They know exactly what they're getting, and Lovie knows exactly what he's getting into.
But if I'm taking Lovie, I tell him you keep that Tampa 2 locked away in the safe. That Tampa 2 has run its course.
It's done. Yes.
If you take this job, you cannot come in here playing that whack ass cover 2. That's the only way you can get this job. And I love me some Lovie. Look, Lovie is from Big Sandy. Okay, Big Sandy is close to my heart because that's where we got our liquor and beer from when Tyler, because we're a dry county. And they have streets named after Lovie and Big Sandy. So, look, Lovie, he's East Texas. That's my guy. I love him.
Doesn't it feel like just another placeholder, though?
But it seems like it's another guy they're just going to bring in. But he's got to bring in the right coordinators. Like, I mean, he took Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl. That means something. But he had Brian Urlacher. He had Peanut Tillman. He had Devin Hester. So, again, but I'll be props to the Texans. Hell, they hired back-to-back African-American coaches. Now, I don't know if they really want them, but they did it. That's more than a lot of teams can say.
I would make sure if I was Lovie Smith that
what you say, how many years
I want a 5-year deal because this is my last job.
Right.
So you can fire me tomorrow. Yeah. You can fire me in 5 years. Mm-hmm. I want a 5-year deal. I might not be here in 3, but I want you to still.
I'm with you on that. Like, no,
I don't trust you fools as far as I can throw you. None of you. I don't trust anybody in this room. So we're all going to sign this. We're all going to look at each other, and I'm going to walk out and go do my job. And when you fire me, I'll understand why. But
can Lovie make Deshaun stay?
No,
nobody can.
Well,
right? That boat sailed.
Well,
no matter who the coach is,
they don't want Deshaun at all. They don't want anything to do with it.
Agree,
but the players do like Lovie, but it doesn't make sense what they're doing because Lovie is not the long-term answer
for a rebuild, for a full-on rebuild.
This doesn't make any sense, and the fact that you bring up Deshaun, I think, tells me how the situation that they find themselves.
It's like Brett Brown. Remember, Brett Brown got a raw deal. It's like, dude, you brought me in to sit through this whole trust the process. And then when the process is here, you're like, see you later. Go ahead, Karl.
To make the Brett Brown matters worse, it was somewhere around August when he got hired. And I guess Sam Hinkie was like, oh, we should probably hire a head coach. The season starts next month. So, that's a little different. But, yeah, no, I see the comparison.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what it feels like Lovie would be to me, Rob. He's going to be their Brett Brown. Like, hey, we're going to tank for 2-3 years. You keep it float, teach these guys to be professionals. But then when we get where we want to be, we're going to go get Doc Rivers.
Yeah, you become coach emeritus. Yeah. We don't hate you. You just can't coach here anymore. Right. That's basically where they come down to. We'll get into it a bit. We're going to talk some, as we talk the coaching carousel in the NFL. The NBA trade rumors are getting hot. Is New Jersey about to make a deal? I keep saying New Jersey. Are the Nets going to make a deal? Brooklyn is James Harden going to move? We've seen something happen with Karis LeVert yesterday. It's about to pick up. The Spurs will not play again on Wednesday until Wednesday. We'll look at the NBA trade rumors. We'll look around the rest of the day here on San Antonio Sports Star as we get busy with Radio Row coverage live from the big game. Yeah.
Pull that back up. What did Pudge say? He's a Texas fan. Reports are McCown out down to Lovey and Flores. If Lovey takes jobs, reports say Pep Hamilton will be elevated to OC. So Flores, Now, if you're Flores, we got to go to break. That's interesting. We got to go to break. That's interesting to me. Okay.
We'll talk about that next. Brian Flores still in the works. I felt like he could get another gig. I didn't realize it would be this fast.
I didn't.
I did. I think he will coach again in the NFL.
Okay.
I think it'll be sooner than later. I didn't think it'd be this soon.
No.
And I don't think it behooves him right now to get taken.
You keep that lawsuit open if you get the Texans?
Oh, yeah, you keep it open. That doesn't just because
they don't change
one right
Giants
thing doesn't mean they haven't been wrong in the past. No. The lawsuit still stands.
Okay.
I mean, those teams fired him. Those teams did not hire him. He got hired by the Texans, if that's what happens. Let's talk some coaching carousels.
Okay.
We'll also look around the NBA as well. Your phone calls as well, and we've already given away our sounder, our music. We'll be right back. This is R&R in the Morning here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM.
I want to talk to all my people out there that are entrepreneurs or self-employed. You just opened a little food truck. You opened some little franchise or something of some sort. If you are an entrepreneur or self-employed, you can get a free business bank account. Yes, free, Free, free business bank account at Nearside.com. That's all one word, Nearside.com. No hidden fees, just really and truly free. And now a lot of times people tell you stuff's free. You click on the link, and next thing you know, they're asking for some of your money. This one, no hidden fees, really and truly free. Nearside.com. Nearside debit cards pay you back 2.2% in 2022. That's on everything you buy towards your business. So like you say, you got the food truck, you're talking about, your gas grills or whatever it is you need, your fridge, dishes, whatever it is, make case printers, ladders, work shoes, gas, propane, all that type of stuff. If it's going toward the business, you get 2.2% back on that. So it's free to sign up at Nearside.com/free. So I know a lot of y'all out there, a lot of people out there trying to go the route of starting your own business. I'm trying to help you out. Go to Nearside Business Bank Account. So that's Nearside.com/free. That's for my entrepreneurs, my self-employed. You get a free business bank account. Again, Nearside.com, Nearside.com.
The Rams, the Bengals, 4 quarters away from a championship. Who will raise Lombardi's trophy? Don't miss a minute all week from LA. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Got a party of 10 coming in. We need to flip those 2 tables.
Leah's restaurant is fully booked night after night.
Section 3 is still behind.
She no longer has reservations about finally finding a hostess.
Why doesn't 23 have menus? Oh, those are in my hand.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Guys, did you know that starting around age 30, men's testosterone levels can decline naturally? As a result, you may experience low energy, lack of focus, problems in the bedroom, or even depression. If that's you, then it's time to rethink your health. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy with Synergenics. It's easy. Just take the test at one of our clinics in the San Antonio area. For more info and to schedule an appointment, head over to 800lowt.com today and get your life back.
The Roo Pub is the best place to watch a game. Football, basketball, the big fights, they have them on at the Roo on their 3 massive 170-inch laser screens and TVs all around. Come hungry, the food is fantastic, and the kitchen is open until 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. The Roo Pub has the best darts area in town, indoor cornhole, and weekday happy hour from 11 to 6. For lunch, dinner, or late at night, and the best place to watch a game, get into the Roo Pub at 281 in Redmond Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
While the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team gold medal victory is known as the Miracle on Ice, the 1960 team was considered just as big of an underdog. Team USA beat the top 4 seeds, Canada, the Soviet Union, Sweden, and Czechoslovakia twice. In their final game of the tournament, they found themselves down 4-3 to Czechoslovakia after 2 periods. They scored 6 straight goals in the 3rd period to win 9-4 to win the gold.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
When there's a chance for gold, you need to have the right people in the right positions. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 770 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to only the most qualified candidates, which means you can start hiring the right people faster. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
The Rams, the Bengals. We've got you covered all week long, live from Los Angeles. Don't miss a minute all week from LA. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
This is Joe Reiniger on your home for everything that matters in sports. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
R&R in the Morning with Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
It is R&R in the Morning. And our morning just improved significantly, Rudy.
I saw you hunting.
I
What
found the coffee.
Where?
It's that way. It is. I'm
Where?
going to aim my camera. See where I'm pointing? It's about 50 yards that way. See those black curtains?
That's where
she just delivered it.
Food over there?
And
is there at least continental breakfast over there?
She said there's oatmeal, apples, and I had to run back to come on air, so I didn't get the rest.
See, my wife would be happy about that. She always tried to get me to eat oatmeal. I hate oatmeal.
Well, I said, is there anything to eat? And she said oatmeal. So that's the first thing.
Good.
She said. And then she said apples. But more importantly, she said hoppy is fresh.
But we only got
hot.
an hour left now.
Well, I know. I mean, but it is still.
We found it.
Because here, it is just now 7 a.m.
Yeah, what's your sleep schedule going to be like?
Well,
Carl,
go ahead. Rob,
I don't know.
We've been planning it out, Carl. This is the thing. Some days we're going to pace ourselves. Like last night, we chilled. Last night, we didn't go anywhere. We're like, hey, you know what? It's a marathon. Tonight, maybe make some shake. Maybe hit a bar too. And then you go to Tuesday and you shut it back down. Hey, take it easy. You got to.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to finagle it because Thursday is a big night. Like that's the Mike Dicker cigar party. Okay, so Rob I had to put me in his backpack Friday morning.
We'll just drop you off here.
I might sleep here Friday morning.
Nobody would notice. There's some couches over here.
Yeah, but we got to pace ourselves. That's basically what it boils down to.
If I can make a recommendation, just go to sleep right after the show and sleep through until the afternoon show, and then just stay up all night, and that'll be your 8 hours of sleep. So just flip the clock.
I don't think that'd be good for anybody.
I don't know. Yeah, you know what, Karl? We're open for suggestions.
Hey, come right here from when the bar closes. Y'all have to be there at like 3 a.m. anyway. Might as well be safe about it. Like,
in my younger days, that would have been I would have planned that way.
Yeah.
I have learned in my many years that I can't do that anymore. And with every passing day, as I put another LV1 56, I don't know about the overnights and the all-nighters anymore. I can't adjust my schedule quite like that. So we will.
When are we going to get rid of the Roman numerals? Like that's another tradition that needs to go away.
Because so what happens when we
But it looks sexy.
Well,
right?
Yeah. I mean, but the fact is, so we'll have LV, we'll have LVII.
See, I don't know. I don't know Roman numerals.
Then we'll go LVII for 58. And then we'll go LIX for 59.
You know way too much about Roman numerals. Why do you know so much?
I know V's are 5, right?
What is the L?
L is
I believe it's 50, yeah.
50.
Okay.
And that 1 is 1.
Okay. So L is 50. So we're keeping the L for at least 4 more.
Well, I think 60 is L and X. I don't think there's an actual symbol for 60. I think there's symbols for 0.
Look, you see something. We get rid of Roman numerals at XXX. That's too spicy. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
I have no idea what XXX means.
I don't know what that is.
I'm a Christian. My grandparents were Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know what you're talking about, Siberian. What the heck are you doing, son? Huh?
We promised trade rumors. We didn't get there.
Let's race to the coffee.
We're going to turn.
I got to do it live.
Yes. So
bring me a black.
Behind the scenes, we're about to go to break. I'm about to run 150 yards to go get some coffee.
I'm going to do a 2-minute live. So
I'm going to do my best to come back with coffee. So when you think, you ever seen when you're watching television, you see somebody doing this when they say stretch. So everybody involved in the technical side of the stretch as we're going to go get some coffee. I'll be right back. This is R&R in the Morning, and you're on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Go!
I got to talk to you about my folks over at Car Zeus. Y'all going to get a nice long live so Rob can go and get us some coffee. And let me give you some 5-star feedback because I know how y'all are. You're like, Rudy, you talk up Car Zeus, whatever. That's because they're your sponsor, whatever. What y'all need to know is when I first came over here to Alpha Media /ESPN SA /San Antonio Sports Star, they said, Rudy, you only have to take the people and sponsors that you truly believe in. If you don't believe in it, you don't have to take it. We won't do it. And when they gave me Car Zeus, I had already heard about Car Zeus. I knew the owner at the time. He was a fan of the show. So I already knew the business model. So when they told me about Car Zeus, I was elated because I believed in their process. I believed in what they were doing. I really thought, and not only that, it was local. So again, this isn't me just feeding you some stuff because again, I don't want to send y'all somewhere and it be whack. That's the thing about it. I'm not going to do that to you all. So again, I know most of you still won't believe me. So let me give you an outside perspective. The best experience I've had with a company that claims to buy or sell your vehicle, Car Zeus is a must if you're looking to sell or purchase your next vehicle. The staff is great. I've worked with Carvana, Vroom, and local dealerships, and by far, Car Zeus is the best. No pressure sales. I love it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you about it. That's again, like, even if you don't know, like, I don't know if I want to sell my car, I don't know what to do. Just check Car Zeus out. Just check it out. If you don't like it, say, hey, you know what? That's not what I was looking for. They'll leave you alone. Next thing you know, you're probably going to end up going back anyway, but they're not going to pressure you after you've gone it. So it's worth it just to go to carzeus.com, answer the questions, upload the photos, and just see what they have to offer you. They're going to do all that. They're going to set your appointment. You're going to come in. That's what's going to be tough. When you go in for that appointment, you're going to feel so welcome. You're going to feel so at home. You're going to feel so loved, and you're going to get such a great offer. It's going to be tough to turn down. They're right there with everybody. He's just told you the Carvana, the Vrooms, dealerships. They're going to be right there with them, and it's going to be a much better experience. And you're going to be helping out a local company. You can't beat local. Small business is the heartbeat of America. So shop local with carzeus.com. Don't forget, the referral program is still in full effect. Meaning if you refer mama and mama sells her vehicle to carzeus.com, you get $250 in Amazon money. Mama gets $250 in Amazon money. Then y'all go shopping on Amazon together. You cannot beat that. I love my people over at Car Zeus. Check out the 4.9 Google reviews if you don't believe me. And let them know R&R in the Morning sent you. That's carzeus.com. That's carzeus.com.
They're 4 quarters away from the championship. The Rams, the Bengals. Balls will be flying and pads will be cracking as both teams give their all for pigskin immortality.
All right, let's do this.
San Antonio Sports Star is live from LA all week leading up to the game. The latest news, moves, and A-list guests. Don't miss a minute all week. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 3-time champion.
Pro Football's all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith talks about joint pain.
Trust me, I know about joint pain. Sure, I made it look easy, but if my body could speak, it would say, I'm in pain.
Are you living with chronic joint pain? Knees, hips, lower back, shoulders? Don't just assume the old treatments are the only treatments.
I've gone under the knife to get rid of pain, but now there are options, and you need to check them out.
Emmitt's talking about QC Kinetics, exciting new natural biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints. New options now available here.
You can encourage your body to actually heal itself with the help of QC Kinetics.
Real relief with no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics for regenerative restorative treatments with lasting relief.
But now, you and I, we have help. QC Kinetics.
Start now with a free consultation at QC Kinetics. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Call today, 571-0318.
I'm here at the Big Game Headquarters, Total Wine and More, stocking up for the big celebration. The perfect bourbon, local craft beer.
Forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Cabernet, seltzers.
The day after is Valentine's Day.
Whoa, new game plan.
You got this. Total Wine can help you score the perfect bubbly, too.
Thank you. I would have been.
You sure would have.
Total Wine and More. Pickup and delivery available. Drink responsibly. B21.
When you order your Walgreens prescriptions with same-day delivery, it's possible you'll experience some side effects. Side effects may include joy that you won't run out of your pills and disbelief at just how crazy fast the delivery came right to your door. Get your same-day prescription refill today on the Walgreens app.
To use same-day RX delivery or 1 to 2 business day delivery, you must be opted into prescription status alerts. It will appear as an option of orders before that store's cutoff time for the day. Certain health plans do not cover or participate in same-day RX delivery. Check with your health plan for further details. Excludes California.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
College basketball season is heating up, which means it's time for the Wendy's Wooden Watch. In 2002, I was honored to have received the John R. Wooden Player of the Year Award, which is presented to the country's most outstanding men's and women's player, who is also making progress towards earning a degree. This year, players like Chet Holmgren, Jaden Ivey, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston are all vying for the trophy. So who will take it home? The 2022 John R. Wooden Men's and Women's Player of the Year Award is presented by Wendy's.
This is your Wendy's wake-up call. Start your day with a better breakfast and get a free drink with any of our morning-making breakfast sandwiches. That's your favorite drink in a Wendy's cup, free. Fresh brewed coffee, free. Diet Coke, free. Vanilla Frosty-Chino, that's cold brew plus Frosty Creamer plus free. So don't sleep on this deal. Get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free when you buy any breakfast sandwich. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. On the card only. Offer valid upon request on lowest price qualifying item. Not valid for third-party delivery.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Heard you're buying a car. I brought my calculator.
Dad, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly, instead of all that.
You know those things impact your credit score.
Didn't impact my credit score, Dad. Now I'm going to the dealership for a test drive and to make the purchase.
Sounds too easy.
No, it's just easy. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/auto navigator.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the Morning. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Good morning.
It's R&R in the Morning. He's Rudy J.
What up? Good morning, good morning.
I'm Rob Thompson. We are going to go through our Roman numeral tables for a little bit further down the road. We're glad you're with us on a Monday morning. We're sitting in Radio Row, which is starting to come to life.
I'm seeing
There's this activity. We had a shift change, and we were just overrun with security guards who are now here to man their particular posts. Unfortunately, the coffee that we thought was available to the radio masses was purchased solely for the use of CBS Sports Radio.
Which you should pan over there.
Yeah, they're busy. They're busy. There's
they got a
bunch of
little
people.
set over there.
They got more than that. They got little rooms going on there. And I walked over and went to the back, and I could see the coffee.
You can see it. You
I could see it. And they had a little thing, and they did have oatmeal, but it was instant. So they had boiling water. You just kind of. And I walked in there. I goes, "Is the coffee?" They go, "Yeah, this is ours." There's like, who's ours? Like us, all of us, like media in general. No, we bought this.
Screw you, CBS. No, I'm kidding.
Screw them.
Harsh.
Yeah, no. They turned away a brother in need.
Like, this is my thing. Like, first of all, nobody over there paid for it.
Yeah, it's not your money.
So it's perfect example of like we had that, and one guy came over and he was like, "Oh, is this coffee over here?" I'd be like, "Yo, man, get a cup." You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just be like, "Hey, man, get a glass, dog. It's no big deal, right? It's coffee." Well, I'm not asking for pancakes, 3 eggs over easy with bacon. But I just want a cup of coffee, bro.
In their defense, though, I did kind of come in through a curtain.
Oh, you came in like that?
Like I was like
came in hot.
Well, consider everything is on a table.
Yeah.
And there's this stuff, and then there's a curtain behind it. And I was walking down, and there's like the cattle guard kind of cord things, the barriers. So I kind of opened the curtain. Like I came in where I probably shouldn't have been. Like I was peeking through. Like I didn't walk in. So I think I kind of startled them, and I was like going to reach over and grab something from where I shouldn't have been. So they're kind of like, "Hey man, this is our stuff."
Yeah.
So I will defend.
You should have you told me to always act as if.
Well, I was trying to, but I realized as I was reaching through the barrier that it's probably the worst way to do this. Okay. If I'd have like walked in and acted like and ordered somebody to do something, "Hey, go over there, grab that gaff line."
Yeah.
And while you're at it, I'm gonna get some coffee. But I acted like that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Oh well.
He's Rudy. I'm Rob. We're sitting live in Los Angeles. Your Radio Row coverage continues. Brought to you all week long by AA Best Bail Bonds. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, our good friends over at Texas Cheer Liquor. And Nearside, brand new Nearside. This hour, we're talking the Super Bowl itself, but we left talking the Houston Texans. I want to continue this because I find this very interesting as the Texans seem to have gotten off the Josh McCown infatuation, which I will never understand, and are looking more at consistent and current coaches. Lovie Smith, part of the family, been there, done that, well regarded inside the locker room. It would be a good bridge, just like I thought Cully turned into a good bridge.
Cully should still have the gig.
Yes.
If you want to be honest.
But he's Lovey light is what he was. I mean, but Lovey had some standing and was still around. So there's something for that. But then you throw in the Brian Flores, which I thought was the most appropriate hire, the most likely hire from the very beginning. He comes from the New England line.
Right.
That's exactly where all of the suits up there in Houston, that's who they want to be.
Right.
But in your mind, with the lawsuit in place, one, is he hireable? And two, would he take it?
I don't know. I don't know if he'd take it.
Do you think Colin Kaepernick would have taken a job immediately? If Seattle or whoever, remember who worked him out right after all this was going and he'd been released?
I think so.
Do you think he'd have taken it?
At that time. I think the ship has sailed now, but at that time he would have, when he was really still in the flow and still working out. Because at the time he had made 10, 20 million off of Nike and 20 million from Netflix. So right now it's like, oh, wow, there is life after football. But at that moment, I think he takes the gig.
I think he probably would have too, but he was standing pat. I'm a starter. You're going to pay me like a starter.
Right. Now, Flores is like, again, like, see, that's the predicament that they've been put in as far as African-American, minority coaches is because it's like, you can't turn down the job. You can't scream from the, even though it's not fair, you should be able to, but you can't scream from the rooftops that no one's hiring, and then someone offer you the gig and you say, nah. But we all look at Houston and they haven't even traded Deshaun. So it's a bad situation to be in. But at the same time, can you turn it down?
I can tell you this. If you hire Brian Flores, you're not firing him next year.
No. You're going to give him at least 3.
He does not get the Cully treatment.
No, you got to give him at least 3.
And he should get this job. Let's now take away everything else.
Years above 500.
I think he brings the toughness that I think the Texans have needed.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to focus on that defense, and that's what Flores is good at. He turns those teams around. For what you say about Tua's a serviceable NFL quarterback.
But Davis Mills looks better than Tua.
Very much.
And he's a rookie.
So
Davis Mills, right behind Mac Jones, was the second best rookie QB this year.
When you think about everything that Flores has represented, and I think that he, by every measure, has been a top-level NFL coach, and everything that the Texans have gone through over the last several years, Deshaun just being part of it.
Oh, my God.
It just seems like that would have been the perfect hire long before this. They should have interviewed him and hired him even before the Giants and Belichick sent him a bad text.
Right. Oh, well.
I find that
I didn't know he was even on the list.
I'm glad to see it is.
Sent us that. I had no idea.
And you wonder if McNair and his crew have the wherewithal to go hire him. You know?
Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm shocked because of the stink. There was a stink put on that family name when the father got busted dead. He's no longer here, when he was like, you can't let the inmates run the asylum. And everybody kind of took that as like, oh, here we go, this same old type of owner. So for them, if they do go Brian Flores or Lovie Smith, for them to go back to back, even though it's a bad situation, even go back to back, African American coaches, I guess you tip your cap to it. But then there's some people say you're setting them up for failure. I don't know, but regardless, it's a gig. But that's not a good gig to have right now.
When they hired Coley away from Baltimore, did they have to give away anything? They have to send draft picks?
No, because he was like
he had already attained a status where
he was some weird assistant coach way down the line.
He'd already reached a level where there's no more compensation to be had. Because I do think the Texans are very reticent about giving up draft picks. I think that they preclude themselves from going and getting coordinators because they don't want to give up anything.
Yeah.
So that takes them out of the market and then puts them immediately into the market of retread. One of which, well, I don't know if I consider Lovie Smith a retread, but he kind of is.
He is. I mean, he's had a job before, so I think that's fair.
And Brian Flores has only been unemployed for about a month, but
yeah,
he is unemployed, so that still feels like a retread. And I'm always for firing new blood over old.
So then you go in with McCown.
No, McCown is. I don't.
I mean, that's the new. If you go in new blood, McCown's the new blood.
And again, he's new blood, but hire a coach. Hire somebody who's actually trained themselves to become a coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what McCown has never done anything.
No,
and continues to be considered for that. We left talking NBA at the back of we were doing trade rumors. I wanted to get a little bit deeper into that as we get closer and closer. Thursday being the trade deadline, the Spurs timing has been impeccable with Zach Collins finally arriving the week before the trade deadline. And we got a full taste of exactly what they brought him in for. How far do you want to go with the move if the Spurs were going to make a move? Is this a peripheral thing? Do you see a more likely Thaddeus for nothing? Or do you see the Spurs finally making the decision that if the offer is right, we're going to make a deal, and one of these, as I call the double Ds, one of them's gone? Lonnie, I think, is very much part of conversations that are going on right now.
Yeah, I don't think Lonnie's going to be re-signed. So I don't know if you trade. I mean, you may be able to trade him only because someone's looking for that expiring deal.
But there's not enough of that deal to even be worth it.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. So it's because it's a rookie deal. But Thaddeus, I just want them to do right by him. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing with Thaddeus? Like, at this point, like, we're looking for the best deal for Thaddeus, really? Let's get rid of the man. Give him a chance to go somewhere and play for a playoff team.
Because before long, we're going to forget who he was. Just because
like the other night when he started, I was like, wait, whoa.
Who is he, first of all?
Yeah.
Who is that guy? That's not Kaycock. But I do envision that will be the loan deal that the Spurs will make. And I'm not even sure it'll be a deal. I think they're going to end up just letting him go.
What is he making a year? Is it 10?
It's a fair amount.
I don't. What, 13?
Yes, it's a fair amount.
Damn. That is getting 13.
Well, we had to make the salary cap to make it match. We had. I mean, that was the way the deal had to work. So that is the lone reason. And after I saw Zach Collins play, I realized that's the only reason Thaddeus has been here this long. Because
the stopgap for
just in case he never could come back, we would still have
so now the wheels get turning for Thaddeus.
I can't imagine. There's no room for him. There's literally no room. And at the very least, you could excise some salary money or maybe bring in a draft pick or two, because for this, and I'm not even sure I want a draft pick for him.
No.
This team's young enough. I'll take one more lottery pick, one more. Other than that, it's time to start finding the vets to fill in around the edges there.
Agreed.
As we sit comfortably in Los Angeles, and the fact of the matter is, for the last 48 hours or so, we have not been in the news cycle. We've done our best. Rudy sat on a 3-hour plane and didn't even realize he could watch Sports Center on ESPN because, he's sitting amongst
dinosaur.
He's sitting amongst others. But Karl, on the other hand, has been wired into the world. He knows everything that's happening. He wants you to know it. So sit back and enjoy this. We call it the 411 and the 210.
Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
New Orleans Saints Alvin Kamara arrested on a battery charge during Pro Bowl weekend in Las Vegas. The Saints running back Alvin Kamara was arrested on a battery charge Sunday in Vegas after being accused of injuring someone at a nightclub on the eve of the Pro Bowl, according to Las Vegas Metropolitan Police. Police say they were dispatched around 5:50 p.m. local time Saturday at a hospital where a person had reportedly been battered at a nightclub. The police said detectives determined the victim was battered by Kamara. After playing and making 4 catches for 23 yards and for the NFC in Sunday's Pro Bowl, Kamara was taken into custody without incident, according to police, and booked at the Clark County Detention Center on a charge of battery resulting in substantial bodily harm. Kamara remained in jail Sunday night. His bail is set at $5,000, and a court hearing is scheduled for Monday afternoon, a jail official said. Neither Kamara representatives nor the Saints immediately responded to a request for comment. Kamara, who's 26 years old, had 1,337 yards from scrimmage with 9 touchdowns en route to being selected to his 5th Pro Bowl in 5 seasons as a pro. He was named NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2017.
Sean Payton leaves, people start getting arrested. No, I mean, dude, nothing. This type of stuff happens. Said guy, guy at the bar, Alvin Kamara throwing 10, 20, 30,000. Guy next to him gets jealous, starts running his mouth. Liquor's involved. Guy ends up in the hospital. I mean, this is it's like the NBA, NFL, MLB bar story 101. Like, there's always some jealous fool at the bar willing to test you, and you got to be willing to not placate or play into their crap. I remember Barkley famous line is, the only regret I have is we were when they said, hey, do you regret throwing the guy through that window? He said, only regret is I wasn't on the 2nd floor. So
yeah, there's a video out there.
Oh, it's in wait,
video
you can't have video in the strip club.
There's a video someplace.
The young ladies are on camera. That's against their
close. You can have close circuit. There's video.
There's video. Well, yeah, because Tristan was at a strip club when he got caught.
Yeah, there's video of this somewhere. The police have seen it and they arrested him.
Oh.
Because they didn't arrest him immediately. Keep in mind, this was Saturday night. They file everything and they come get him yesterday after the game.
And then you got your boys with you that need to prove that they belong with you. So they stay on the payroll. So then they beat the guy up even more. Because I gotta prove my worth. So I can keep making these trips. It's a never-ending cycle. And again, I'm just throwing stuff against the wall. I don't know what happened.
Get you a fall guy, Rudy. Like Chris Carter said, a fall guy. Your names can't be in lights.
Oh yeah, you're not. If I'm the millionaire and I'm the guy, I'm not taking any charge. I got a charge guy. No, I'm the millionaire. I'm not taking the charge. I got the private plane. I got the food. I got the room. I got all the accessories. I'm not taking any charges. Yes, you need a fall guy. Chris Carter, that's probably his best take ever. I'm sure we'll see him here somewhere today, and I want to tell him.
Don't tarnish the shield. Be careful, Alvin.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Do they have a coach?
No, they don't have a coach yet.
The Saints don't have a coach yet, right?
No, they don't have a coach. But it's not good. But with these kind of situations, you always got to let this play out. Always got to.
Yeah, let it
there's
play.
Always something more. And these guys, and normally it's exactly as you described. Normally they didn't start it, but they finished it with their crew. Yeah. Exactly right. Moving on.
Headline 1.
Miami Dolphins hire San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel as new head coach. The Dolphins agreed to a deal with San Francisco 49ers Mike McDaniel to make them their next team coach. The team announced Sunday. The Dolphins gave McDaniel a 4-year contract, the source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. McDaniel marks the end of a nearly month-long search with the Dolphins when the Dolphins fired Brian Flores on January 10th. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore was the other finalist for the job. McDaniel, who identifies as multiracial, joins the Pittsburgh Steelers' Mike Tomlin, Washington Commanders' Ron Rivera, and New York Jets' Robert Saleh as the league's only minority head coaches. The 49ers will receive 2 third-round draft selections, one in 2022 and 23 per league spokesman, as compensation under the Rooney Rule for developing a minority assistant who was hired for NFL head coaching job.
Good for him.
When we first talked about, I didn't know this guy from Adam about a week and a half ago. And Karl, you were the first one that brought up the fact that
Karl was like, "You see this dude?
McDaniel's had some very peculiar requirements up until now for where he would coach."
Yeah, there were rumors that he turned down interviews with head coaching positions in states where marijuana is not legalized. And that's just something kind of that was a fun fact about him. But he's a brilliant guy. He went to Yale, played wide receiver at Yale, and he's known Kyle Shanahan forever. He was like an intern with the Broncos before he even went to Yale, I think. So, no, he has a great, interesting background, and it's good for him. I'm happy that he got the head coaching gig.
And this is Miami, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
I don't think weed's legal down there.
Medically.
Oh.
Yeah, I confirmed on that one. Medical marijuana.
He will have access to whatever.
So you got to go in there and say, "Hey, I got migraines. Here you go."
Whatever it might be.
I got migraines. Here's your pass. And from what I'm told, medicinal is ridiculously better. That's what I'm told. Sources. Citing sources.
McDaniel lands there.
He's a different looking dude, man. He doesn't even look like a football.
Not since Matt Patricia has a guy come in as a head football coach that looked less like a head football coach than McDaniel. He's a great hire. I think he's going to land.
Is he one of those analytic dudes?
He has to be if he's playing.
Okay, and went to Yale.
Yeah,
I think he uses numbers.
But given the trend that Flores has started, I think he's the perfect guy to get there because they've already got a bit of a tough guy mentality, and San Francisco's going to tough guy you. And I think that he's going to bring that. But you learn at the foot of Shanahan, who is a genius in my mind.
And how about Stephen Ross? Oh, you want to sue me?
Yeah.
And say I got something? Well, I'm gonna hire another
Here's
brother.
One right here.
I'm gonna hire another brother.
Now, the irony of all ironies would be Brian Flores gets a job, and now everybody
gets one. Everybody starts.
Ross isn't in trouble anymore. He did the right thing. You knew he was going to have to go.
He had to. He had to. He didn't have no choice.
Yeah. Which is actually where we need to be. We have to get people to the point where you got to now.
Yeah, give somebody a shot. At least give them a shot.
Moving along.
Headline 0.
Miami Heat's Eric Spoelstra to coach Team Durant in NBA All-Star Game.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of East and West, it's the captains, the highest vote getters from each conference. So Team Durant will be the kind of East start, I guess. And Miami, Eric Spoelstra will coach Team Durant on NBA's All-Star Game after the Heat clinched the best record in the Eastern Conference on Sunday, which was the cutoff. This will be Spoelstra's second stint as head coach at the All-Star Game, having also coached the Eastern Conference in 2013. The Heat are 34-20 with a winning percentage of .630 so far this season. Spoelstra's 14th as Miami's head coach.
So then Alvin Gentry gets Team LeBron.
Yes.
Who's replacing Durant?
I don't believe Adam Silver said who's replacing the All-Stars yet.
We haven't heard the replacements yet.
Because I know Draymond was championing for DeJounte.
Mm-hmm.
And see, Joe and Jason were talking about that. And I was just like, dude, they're both on Clutch Sports. And Jason's like, Rudy thinks he's the only person that knows that they're with Clutch Sports. I wasn't saying that. I was just letting them know, well, they're boys.
Yes.
They're both on Clutch Sports. They riding for each other. So maybe DeJounte gets in off of Draymond's cosign.
I think he probably is. I think he probably will be invited.
And my sources say that they're going to be shoving a max extension in DeJounte's face soon.
I think he's probably going to be invited as an all-star and is going to get the extension. I think he has earned both of those things. There's some it's never going to be perfect. He isn't the perfect guy, but he's the best guy right now. And I think he's
I think he gets a max.
Yeah, he's the best guy we got. Let's decide what our future is instead of talking about it and put our money where our mouth is. And I think he's deserved it. I think they got a little gun shy after Derek White. I think that was probably a little bit too quick, a little bit too much. But DeJounte has earned every penny.
DeJounte looks like that guy.
I come away Friday night.
You watch him in person.
Yeah.
It's one thing to watch him on TV, but when you see him in person, he gets to wherever he wants to get on the floor, however he wants to. And then, of course, his defense speaks. He came in the league, but at Washington, he was one of the best defenders. It just carried over into the pros.
And without hesitation, without question, this is absolutely his basketball team. There is nobody above DeJounte. He's the first one that talks in the locker room.
Absolutely.
When they walk in, without question. Moving on.
That's the 411 and a 210.
Otra vez.
We're continuing with the rumors. We'll talk Super Bowl next. Look at the props that are available to you. The carnival is beginning. We are live from Radio Row here in beautiful downtown Los Angeles at their convention center. We'll talk Super Bowl, look around the rest of the NBA and NFL trade rumors, and look very closely at where you might want to lay your money as I'm staring at the beautiful set that your gambling money is paid for at FanDuelSportsbooks.com. Hold on tight. More to talk about. This is R&R in the Morning, and you are on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94. Oh, 103.3. Got it. Almost. Check swing.
Good check swing. He didn't go. Do you want an accurate cash offer to buy your car? You want to be certain about your decision? Do you want an easy and stress-free experience? Do you want to work with a reputable and local company? And do you want to get paid in under an hour? If your answer is yes to all those questions, then CarZeus is the place for you. CarZeus.com, CarZeus.com. Not a bunch of sales guys sitting around trying to make a commission on you. Their job is to get you in, get you out, and get you the best offer possible. Now, when you go in and you don't really like the offer, just know that after 5 days or 500 miles, that offer may change. Also, to my people that say, I want to do CarZeus, but I owe some money. No need to worry. CarZeus deals with people that are in financial crunches, and they've actually helped out a lot of people in financial crunches get out of them. So if you owe money, don't worry about it. What happens is CarZeus comes in, they get you an offer, they cut your loan, they cut the people who you owe money a check, and if there's some equity left over, they cut you the check. So again, maybe you're not getting that much money back, but guess what? Now you're out of that financial crunch. So you got to, weigh the good with the bad. CarZeus.com. Don't forget the referral program still in full effect. You refer somebody, CarZeus buys that vehicle from them. Both of you get $250 from Amazon and go shopping together. So go and check them out. There's a lot of benefits to it, but again, local. Shop local. Keep it local. It's the heartbeat of America. So check them out and check out their 4.9 Google reviews also. CarZeus.com. That's CarZeus.com.
Two Texas NBA teams were in action last night as the Dallas Mavericks defeated the Atlanta Hawks 103-94. Luka Doncic's 18 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds triple-double led Dallas to the win. In Houston, the Rockets fell to the Pelicans 120-107. Brandon Ingram had 33 points to help New Orleans to the win. The Rockets were led in scoring by Christian Wood, who had 22 points. And in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel will reportedly be the next coach of the Miami Dolphins. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore was a finalist for the position, but it appears he will be returning to Dallas after not getting the Miami job. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
Joel, love is in the air, and I've ordered lots of Quarter Moon Valentine Day merch. I just need you to approve these samples.
I think you know the answer, Nigel.
Take a look at these, Joel. Personalized, heart-shaped pillows.
Yep.
Nope. Custom Quarter Moon balloons. Roses are red, violets are blue. Nigel deserves a raise. What says you?
No and no.
How about these Quarter Moon chocolates?
You mean the half-eaten ones?
I know you don't like surprises, Joel. I've tested them all, and they're delicious.
Folks, there's nothing romantic about home repairs, but when your plumbing has lost that love and feeling and your AC is about to achy break your heart, call Quarterman Plumbing, Heat, and AC at 210-651-5899. We'll fix the issue fast at a great price with a servant spirit.
Joel, this is a special Valentine gift from me to you.
Yeah, but why are your arms red?
I got a deal on this plant for your office.
That's poison ivy, Nigel.
It's what?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number M13229 DACLA 000743458E.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jackson Hewitt needs you to know 3 things about filing taxes this year. 1, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits on the table. 2, you have to file for them to make sure you get the right amount. 3, a Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help track down every credit you deserve. Tax credits for being a parent, taking care of a parent, going to school, and so much more. You don't want to miss out on thousands. Jackson Hewitt knows that. Discover thousands in tax credits and get your biggest refund guaranteed. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
1911 Cigars is the premier cigar lounge in South Texas, providing quality, affordable cigars in a professional, inviting environment with a large covered patio with TVs. A BYOB establishment, 1911 Cigars strives to allow the avid cigar connoisseur a comfortable place to relax, socialize, network, and of course enjoy a great cigar. 1911 Cigars is available for private events and has private cabanas with TVs, fire pits, and heaters. 1911 Cigars at 207 South Main Street in Cibolo. Online at 1911cigars.com.
Exergen would like you to know about an important new study by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has always known. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Predict the perfect score and win $50,000.
We want more money.
Presented by Dietz Tractor. Guess now and win at sasportstar.com. R&R in the Morning with Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside app, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
It's R&R in the Morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. Your big game coverage continues. Brought to you by Texas Cheer Liquor. That Dangerous Danos, I understand, is a stimulant as well.
Is that what you've been told?
I've been told by a man who would know that if you can't find coffee, a reasonable
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to be giving out that type
a reasonable replacement might very well be tequila.
Tequila? Natural stimulant?
So I've been told. And you'll never have worms again.
Karl, can you confirm? Tequila is a natural stimulant?
I think you can.
You young.
So as we were sitting around enjoying our Dangerous Danos last night, you get 4 talk radio hosts sitting around a kitchen table.
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl. And where do you think conversation falls to? It falls to the Spurs.
Okay.
And I don't know how we got on the subject of greatness, but the name Alvin Robertson came up. And now for Spurs fans, he's kind of like the guy we don't talk about too much because we had a lot invested in Alvin for a short term. Before we had David, Alvin was our guy. He had a quadruple double. I think he was like the second guy to ever have do that in the NBA. Before David did, Alvin did. Yeah. Right? And Alvin for 4 years was Defensive Player of the Year, stopper, quadruple double. He was our star.
The whole 9, right.
Everything off the cart caught up with it. But the discussion regarding him was: is he in the pantheon of the Spurs? Would he be on the Spurs all-time roster? That was the
12 guys.
12 guys on your roster.
3 All-Star appearances as a Spur.
Does Alvin make it? Worthy of discussion, I think, because we went into it. And I think at the end of the conversation, as we looked at Alvin's numbers, and they're pretty impressive, Rudy went from no to intrigued.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't know, because, Jimenez is so crazy. You never know. Like, sometimes his takes are so out there. Like, your first thought is just to say you're crazy.
Right.
And then, then I started to hear him out the 3.7 steals per game for a full season. A couple of times. There's a few seasons he averaged 3 steals. And now DeJounte averages 2. and we consider him a defensive god. Now, Alvin, there was a few seasons where he averaged over 3.
Keep in mind, if you were bending your knees back in the early 80s, they thought you were playing hard defense.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of guys playing it, so you didn't have to be that much better than most to pick up the steals.
Okay, let's get the usual suspects out the way.
Yeah, let's
okay, Tim. Okay, started with Ice. Ice, Dave, Tim, Tony, Manu, Kawhi,
Sean,
Silas.
Well, I think Sean we're going to put over on the side. We had a pretty good debate about Sean.
Silas.
I think Silas probably
7
would be.
That's 7. Who else did you say? Did you say?
Well, let's LaMarcus.
Damn, Rob. Well, so you got to pay. Someone's got to come off the bench for Tim, right?
Yeah.
So okay, let's go. LaMarcus 8.
Bruce Bowen
9.
Who else what falls in? We have to go old school in there as well.
Would y'all go Artis Gilmore? He played 5 seasons and was a pretty good player for them.
Yeah, I think Artis was here long enough to be considered.
Now,
that if we're going to consider DeMar, who basically got here the same way via trade.
Now he got 2 rings with us, but he wasn't a Spur long.
Robert,
Big Shot. Are we putting Big Shot Bob on the team?
No, I don't think we can.
He's not a Spur long enough, right?
No, I don't think he had. I don't think he was a mercenary. He was a merc.
So we're still at 9. So wait, did y'all put Gilmore? Because if so, that's 10.
Did he retire? He didn't retire a Spur, did he?
No, but 5. I don't know, Karl.
I don't think so, man.
What
I
about
think he was close.
Put him to the side.
Are y'all putting Special K up there, Larry Keenan?
Well, if we put Keenan in, do you have to include Mike Mitchell?
Because
because I don't think I can't take them both.
Mike Mitchell was dark days, 81 to 88. I think.
Oh yeah.
So, but this is what we're asking. Alvin. So, are you putting Keenan and Mitchell over Alvin?
See, there we go. I mean, by the numbers, Alvin deserves to be on this. By the numbers, he does.
I think I'm putting Sean on the team.
So we'll put Sean in there.
That's 10.
So we're at 10. So now we're down to Alvin, who would probably be
Alvin,
easily.
Mitchell, and Keenan. There's 3 guys for 2 spots, and we may be missing somebody.
There obviously is. 656-3776, 656 ESPN are your Kia Bossa Bacon phone lines. You heard our list. Does Alvin Robertson belong? Your top 12 Spurs. Now, keep in mind, we're putting together a team. We're also
Karl?
putting together the
call.
The greats.
Oh, you have a call. You have a call.
So let's go ahead and hit them. Karl, who do we got?
We got Freddie. Freddie, go ahead.
Welcome on, man.
Yes, I'm calling about Alvin Robertson being one of the top 10 Spurs are on the top list.
12, yeah.
I believe. I believe he should be. I mean, he defined defense. You know, if you ever listen to Gary Payton, he said when he saw Alvin play, he knew that's how he wanted to be. And he was a tough guy. He didn't have a lot of help on the team. You know,
he was alone. He was literally alone.
Right. He was alone. He played with Gervin that one year before Gervin went off to Chicago. And he did have Johnny Moore with him. And Johnny Moore is pretty tough as well. But Alvin was tough.
Now,
that guy fought Shaquille,
Wait, what's your name?
Shaquille.
Yeah, he did. What's your name again, boss?
My name's Freddie Jackson.
Freddie.
Yeah.
Now, if we're going to put Bruce, do we need 2 defensive stoppers? Because we're putting Bruce on the team. Do we need 2, Freddie, in your opinion? Because we're building a team. We're trying to build the perfect team.
Okay.
But at the same time, it still comes down to the greats. So would you still want him on the team? I don't know. Yeah, I think he probably does.
656-3776, 656 ESPN. Yeah, man, we appreciate you, Freddie. And by the numbers, it's hard to say no. By the numbers, it is for 5 years.
But this is your Westbrook case again. You just didn't like him.
There's a couple things. One, he was literally alone for 3 of those years, so he was allowed to do anything he wanted. Shoot it, go shoot it. Defend anybody you want. You can help off. You can roam the lane for steals. You can jump off your guy. You can do a lot of stuff. And as far as the assist goes, sometimes just don't shoot it. He had a lot of that, and he was a good defender, but he didn't make us any better. We are terrible.
Yeah, but that's not his fault.
Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Okay, so what about TC?
See, he falls into that Terry Cummings route.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So are we putting TC or are we putting Alvin?
Was it Chuck Person that said when he played that Terry Cummings loved to play a lot of give and go ball? You give the ball to him and go to hell. Is that how we define Terry? Because Terry was much like Alvin. For about 3 years, he was our guy.
Yeah.
He was literally our guy, but I don't put him on that list. I don't,
TC?
I'm not sure I do.
Yeah, because I remember my godfather always used to tell me, he was like, man, I was so excited we're getting Terry Cummings. Everybody was telling me he was 6'10". He got off the plane, he was 6'6".
No disrespect to Terry Cummings.
No,
he came into he was a tough dude and a good man.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure he makes that list either, and he probably should. And if he goes, then obviously Alvin goes, and there's your 12. Because I don't think we put Dominique on. He was overweight and done. I mean, I can't think of anybody else who would fall in there that wasn't a mercenary. We haven't had very many of those.
I'm trying to think, Rob. I want to make sure we're not leaving anybody off. We can't be. We would have known by now.
Well, I think there's a lot of people going through their long list of former Spurs to kind of get past. Because even in the last decade, I don't see anybody other than the easy ones that we added. I mean, Ellie was here for a couple years, but no.
No.
Avery was here for a couple years, but no. But he could easily be considered one of the top 3 point guards the Spurs have ever had, or at least the top 4.
Damn. No, I think Alvin's on the list.
It's hard to argue against.
I don't think we can. I think you have to. Vernon, Willie.
Well, no.
Neither one.
Willie, if he would just had a size 12 instead of 14, he'd have been in the Hall of Fame. He made more long twos than any player I've ever seen.
He did.
Vinny Del Negro? No. This is where we sit.
Yeah, I think he's on, Rob.
Yeah. Alvin Robertson is
What's
one
up,
of the
Karl?
12 greatest Spurs to ever play, and it's hard to even fathom.
So I talked to Freddie after he came on, and he's actually buddies with Alvin, so he said he was a little biased, but he said that there's actually a movie being made about Alvin Robinson, so that'll be cool. And he also said his number is retired. He wore 21.
I remember when he put on 21.
And he did fight Shaq. I just saw the footage of that video of maybe a week ago. He didn't. Now that was one thing that Vinny Johnson. No, stop it, Vince.
The microwave. I forgot.
Look, Avery's jersey is retired.
Avery might need to be on this list.
Rob,
he might need to be.
We love Avery. He can't be on this list
for 2 years.
He can't.
No, you're right.
He can't.
No, you're right.
And we love Avery.
We do love Avery.
Where did you go?
I think my
okay.
My pad just died. We're gonna have to switch out our equipment.
Switch your pad.
That's my iPad. I thought I had it plugged in.
Only guard. Oldest Thorpe and Sidney Green.
Otis Thorpe, no. Sidney Green, no. Sidney Green was a cancer. Sidney Green dang near killed this franchise.
Did he?
Oh, Sidney Green dang near killed this franchise.
Look, I'm biased to this guy I'm going to mention because I think he was the best finisher, best little man finisher of all time. I think Kyrie plays a lot like him. I loved me some Rod.
I've always been a fan of Rod Strickland.
I loved Rod Strickland, and I blamed Sean for the overhead pass because Sean should have been cutting back door.
No, it's Rod's fault. No, I'm not taking
Sean
away from.
Should have been going back door, Rob.
No, that was Rod's fault.
It was.
That was Rod's fault.
But Strickland's ability to get in the lane and switch hands and
okay.
But I don't think I'm not putting him on the team.
Does Rodman land on this?
Ooh, no, because I'm going off of your time in the Spur uniform.
Right. He was a murderer.
Now, if you want to say, hey, Rodman from the Bull days, yes, but Rodman in the Spur jersey with his shoes off, reading the newspaper.
Yeah. He was a mercenary by every measure. That's exactly what the Spurs try to avoid.
Yeah, Moses Malone was way past his prime when he got here, right?
Man, see, you can't count that. Now, we could put together one hell of an old man team.
Yeah, you want me? I'll go Terry Porter, Dominique,
Andre Miller,
Moses, Nick Van Exel. Hey, pull Rich back up. What did Rich say?
Michael Finley's on that list.
What's the criteria we're going about by times amount of years or strictly stats?
I think it's
all together.
And it's also there's that third. It's years, it's stats, but then there's also the general. These are the Spurs.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why you question Rod, you question Alvin, because these are the Spurs, and there was a level of that you had to maintain off the court, even when we didn't think about things like that.
Right.
We'll continue tabulating, collating.
Jasmine says Johnny Moore. Are we leaving Johnny out? Because look, I did an event with Johnny, and people love Johnny.
Yes, Johnny is. He led the league in assists.
Should we leave? Damn, we're leaving him off. He's in there. How can we leaving off people that are in the rafters?
I know. Well, there are two in those rafters that I think people still have a problem with. I think Johnny's one of them. I think that it was
Avery.
No, I think Bruce Bowen.
But Bruce took the best player every night.
See, that's what I'm saying. So when we put together this thing, you have to be not only the numbers and longevity, but you have to be a Spur. You have to feel like a Spur. And that's why Rod never felt like a Spur, even though he was here long enough. It didn't really feel that way. It was just a guy that was here to help. And I think others kind of fall into that line too, but Bruce didn't. Bruce is, and will always be a San Antonio Spurs.
Patty's going to be retired.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's 12 Spurs. He's not a top 12 Spur.
Not yet.
Was Kawhi here long enough to be a top 12? I mean, he got a finals MVP.
Yes.
Sure. But do we want to keep him off just because how he did us?
No.
You want to put him on the team anyway?
I think he will. I mean, again, until he left, he wasn't awful. It was when he left. I mean, it was, he was good until the end. For a while there, he wasn't bad. We just kind of put up with it.
He had us up 25 points in Golden State against the Kevin Durant Warriors.
Yes, he did.
And then look at Karl. Karl's stomach hurts. We're even thinking about that. This is a great topic.
It really is, because you get into the nitty-gritty of what you consider yourself as a Spurs fan or what a Spur is.
Yeah. See, Rodman made us go that route.
Yes.
I think Rodman, they were like, okay, you know what? I don't care who you are, what you've done. If you don't fit what we're going to do, we're not bringing you in. And Rodman, I think, started that wave of you got to be a Spur.
Absolutely true. Yeah. And with that, I think because of the way we protected Ice for all that, for the stuff that Ice was going through, that we decided we're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Love him. But we're just not going to do that anymore. Right. And the next big acquisition was David. But the other way around. We're going to put a bow on the show. Look forward to a full week of Radio Row coverage. Thanks so much for joining us today. But we're going to be right back. This is R&R in the Morning, and you are on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. The Institute for Functional Health, as I sit in Los Angeles, about to spend a week on the road with really not a lot of access to the kind of healthy food that I'm accustomed to. One of the great things about going to Dr. Torres is you understand how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, and all that, but also how to handle yourself when you're on vacation. You learn to look at the menus a little bit different way, spacing your meals, making sure you're getting plenty of water. It is an entire this is not just a weight loss program that you get on. It's a health program. You're living a healthier life, and a byproduct of working with Dr. Torres is you lose weight. So imagine if you have a program put together only for you. You have the medical backing of Dr. Torres and his great staff. All the things that go into it. I walked in, I gave blood. We did a lot of things that was you would do with a general practitioner, which in fact they're a primary practice. And came back and we put together a program that was like me. And I have friends, there are people around the station that are going to Dr. Torres. They do things different than I do because their history, their biology, their years of decisions, good and bad, affect where they are today. Dr. Torres takes that, puts that in combination with proven scientific facts on how you can lose weight and how you can maintain your weight. And there you have it. 5 years later, I'm down nearly 60 pounds. Am I complete? No, you're never going to be done. Am I the perfect diet guy? No. But I'll tell you this. I'm healthier today than I was 4 years ago. I'm lighter. I don't deal with the same things I did. I'm no longer, the sleep apnea is not an issue. I don't snore all night long. I don't deal with that brain fog. My knees and my ankles and my hips and my lower back don't hurt like they used to because I was carrying all that extra weight. It's amazing how just a few pounds can really turn the tide. I want that for you. I want you to find out what Dr. Torres has and what he can do for you. I want you to, first of all, go to their website, IFFH.com, IFFhealth.com, the Institute for Functional Health. They've got a variety of tests that you can take, functional health tests that really kind of are different from what you might have seen. Go take that. Read the patient testimonials. And then once you get it all put together, I want you to consider Dr. Torres and all the great things that they can do for you. I want you to write this number down, 210-646-1982. 210-646-1982. You want to email them? It's info@health.com, info@iffhealth.com. You can call Dr. Torres. He'll sit down with you, explain the entire process, and you can get on the road to wellness. That will mean, well, first of all, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll buy some thinner clothes, but at the end of the day, you're going to be healthier. And that's all what we're all chasing. Don't put it off anymore. If there's somebody in your home or it's you, that it's time to lose weight, whether physicians have told them so or you look in the mirror and you're just tired of it. Call Dr. Torres today, and I'm sure you'll thank me later.
We're following the Bengals and Rams all the way to L.A. Live all week leading up to the big game. Don't miss a minute all week long. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Imagine no more tooth pain. If you've struggled with dental problems all your life, maybe you're missing teeth, maybe you've had cavities followed by fillings and more fillings and root canals and all that go along with it, it's time to address it. I want you to call Dr. Mark Havercorn with River City Oral Surgery. Stop spending lots of money at the dentist every few years only to have it fall apart. Stop being concerned that what happens if it finally blows up again and I'm back in pain. It is time to call Dr. Havercorn and find out what he can do for you. One, he specializes in tooth removal, whether it be wisdom teeth, 1, 2, or 3 teeth. They'll get them taken out. And also dental implants. Consider it. If it's time, it is time. He offers direct patient care with prices that are listed on his website, rivercityoms.com. I'll say that again. He offers direct patient care with the prices for the procedures listed on the website. You know why he does that? Because he doesn't take insurance. How many physicians, how many dentists can tell you that? Well, he has found over his long career, as long as his bona fides are outstanding. He's a remarkable dentist. But when you deal with insurance companies, there are things that you have to do, hoops you have to jump through, costs that you incur. He doesn't do that. 9 times out of 10, he will save you money, even with those that are insured. Now, they'll help you file. They do have a payment plan. But at the end of the day, he doesn't accept insurances because he could save you money. So go to the website, River City OMS, and check. 1 tooth, 2 teeth, wisdom teeth, upper jaw, lower jaw, full implants, half a jaw implants. The prices are there. There's no upsells. They're not going to add things to it. Now, Dr. Havercorn lives in San Antonio. He works in San Antonio. He's not one of those traveling implant physicians that lands in a city, does some work, and flies home. No, he's here for pre and post care. I want you to write this number down. River City Oral Surgery, 210-778-0002. $1,300 per dental implant. It includes exam, x-ray, post-op care, $20,000 for an entire jaw, for one jaw. It includes everything from start to finish. Remember, financing is available. So stop the struggle. It's time for no more tooth pain. No more worrying that something's going to blow up and you're going to spend a day in pain. Call Dr. Mark Havercorn at River City Oral Surgery, 210-778-0002. Imagine no more tooth pain. Call him today, 210-778-0002, or check him out at rivercityoralsurgery.com.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness, modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing went mainstream in the 1800s and brushing your teeth in the 1900s, isn't it time for something new, like cleaning your nose? After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs, the first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply, and then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Texas Chia Liquor, your one-stop shop for beer, liquor, wine, and cigars. Follow them on Facebook to keep up with specials and tastings. 4 locations, 2 on Petrenko, 1 past 211, 1 in 90 in Montgomery, and the all-new Texas Chia Liquor next to Walmart, Palo Alto Road, Suite 101.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
The Bengals and the Rams are headed to L.A. for the big game. We've got you covered all week long, live from Los Angeles. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Chia Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
This is Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix and I will get you caught up in the latest news, moves, and more this afternoon, 4 to 7 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Minute and a half.
Radio Row coverage continues from Los Angeles. Your big game coverage brought to you all week long. AA Best Bellbound, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Our good friends over at Texas Cheer Liquor. I want to thank them for the Dangerous Danos Tequila. We kicked off the week right. We will continue to taste and move forward this week with some Danos every evening.
Now, the downside, we had to get here at 3.
Yes, we did.
3:40. But guess what? Our day is
just about done. Now, our day actually began nearly 24 hours ago.
True.
We've only had about 2 hours of
rest and relaxation.
Now, when we got to our place, we're right off the campus at USC.
Yeah, we're pretty close to USC.
So we're real close to downtown, about 9 miles from where we are right now. And we're staying in a relatively nice area, at least what it looks like that. I mean, it's not great by any stretch. And the legend of where USC sits is real. I mean, they're not the best part of town. I'm pretty sure we heard gunshots last night.
Yeah, 6 of them. Pop, 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 pop.
Just real quick. No, it wasn't followed by police siren, so I don't know.
I immediately closed the blinds.
Yes, we actually did. So as we go off air and, the NFL experience is in play, what's the first thing you want to do today?
A little breakfast, a little nap, and then probably come back up here and see the NFL experience. Probably try to get out the stuff that's going to get a little bit too crowded.
Yeah, I need to get
that out. So I want to do the
way.
NFL experience and things like that.
You're going to buy a garment?
I don't know, dude. The price is a little crazy.
A little steep. But you get a nice bag. You get a collectible bag to carry.
Yeah, Jason said
$200 polo out in.
Yeah, it's like $175 for a polo. I'm good on that.
Well, we'll go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Hey, guys, follow us all day long. We're going to go check the tape. We're going to take a little nap. We're going to get back to work at it. Halftime gets going at noon with a cavalcade of characters. It will be James and Karl with a whole lot of mic implanted there. Jason and Joe will be going off at 4 o'clock. The Blitz will be live from Radio Row and all that entails.
Let's get an Uber. Let's get out of here,
bro. Need an Uber and maybe some Roscoe's chicken and waffles.
My dog. That's now you speaking my language.
So that might be the way that we kick off our Radio Row
Let's
week.
do that.
Well, thank everybody for joining us. Y'all stay safe. Take care of each other. We will be back tomorrow live. Follow us on the socials. We'll be catching up with you. It's been a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Morning.
And I'm getting weary.